All right. Yes. Yes. Just so. Okay. I actually have a bunch of shit, which I'm getting better at cleaning stuff up in here. It is improving. The next thing I'm gonna do, which I have to figure out when I'm gonna figure it out, is so I finally fixed, in quotations, fixed my PS3 a little bit. So what I ended up doing is you can't actually move hard drives, although I could have sworn I read somewhere that you could, but I guess I was wrong about that. See, the problem with my PS3 is that the damn console literally does not stay on long enough for me to do the data transfer, and data transfer and the backup only allow you to back up. Well, they basically want you to make an entire. It's kind of stupid, actually, because you can only back up. You basically have to delete everything off the console, all the games, because you can only back up using a flash drive that's formatted in FAT USB allocation, or file format, sorry, and you can't format FAT32 on anything greater than 32 gigabytes. So I have like a 400 gigabyte PlayStation 3, and it's like I can't even format anything on it. Now, I don't know, like, can I update? How big does the PS4 hard drive or the PS3 hard drive limit even go? I have no fucking idea. But anyway, I've been trying to re-download like all the PSN shit that I have. So like if I swap over, right? This is what I'm up to right now. Right? Like I'm trying to re-download all the stuff that I have onto this one. It's actually not a lot because, well, no, I guess that's kind of a lie. It is a fair amount. Most games I own physically, which is like the number one thing that's kind of saving my ass. Like I did manage to save all the playthrough saves I've ever made, which is good. So if you ever want to check out stuff, then you know where to find it. Okay. Ugh. So that's going pretty well. It's just taking a little bit. Hello, Ash. Welcome. As you can see, these are really fast. So just really briefly, let me actually boot it, and then let me make sure that it's working, right? Because now it's a bunch of Attack on Titan costumes for the PS3 game. Here we go, like Dragon Age Inquisition, Sonic Episode 4 Dynamic. Oh, yo! Dude! Remember when I was using this forever? Oh my god. Remember when this was on my PS3 for the longest? Dude, I didn't even play Assassin's Creed Revelations on this console. I played that on the 360. Oh my god, that is insanity. Holy shit. Yeah, I got themes and stuff. Man, I forgot about this. They don't do this on consoles anymore. That's how you know we just live in the decline timeline. Yeah, I bought Dragon Age Inquisition at some point. I think I even bought it digitally. Let's see if I could find something. And then we'll switch over. Oh my god. Alright. While this is downloading, I'm going to be at this for the next day or two. There's not really much I could do about it. It's just going to take me a long while to do it. It is what it is. Alright. Back to business. Business as usual. Another day, another Arceus stream. It will never end. But then one day at the same time, it will end. And it'll be the most depressing thing you can imagine. Someday, the Arceus streams will end. And then that's it. We will just never be here again. Like, really think about that. Someday, this game that I have probably streamed more of than almost, I would even argue, anyone else on the planet. I might be the number 2 Arceus streamer for hours in the world. No, I'm fucking around. There's definitely people who have maxed out the clock. But, like, I might be one of the few people in the world that has played this game this much. And then one day, these streams will just be gone. Like, you just won't be able to have an Arceus stream out of me anymore because I'll literally say, like, well, what's the point? You know? Oh, why don't you just play Arceus for old time's sake? And then I'll just literally say, like, but why? I've done everything in the game. No, hold on a minute. Octillery. What number's Octillery? Octillery Golem? Where the fuck is Golem? Alright, I already filled in most of this. So, Octillery Golem, and what was the last one we did? Chimeco. Alright, so we have a couple of options, right? As usual. Hello, Brat. Let's drop this off. Okay. We no longer need... No, we need Crobat. We no longer need Octillery, which I did not empty out anything at all, so that's going to be great in a few minutes. Let's see. I'm here to bug you before I sleep. Don't worry, I'm pretty unbuggable. What do we want to work on today? Let's actually take a look. Alright, obviously we have none of the evolutions complete whatsoever. Crobat is just going to be our default. I guess we just use Crobat in general. What else? Wordier? Ah, fuck. I don't really want to use Wordier. Cleavor. Stone Axe, X-Scissor. We have to use Strong and Agile. That sucks. Alright, well, we could spam double hit and X-Scissor. So, okay, I guess we could use Scizor. That's not, like, totally outlandish. Oh, dude, we could just use Mr. Mime. Yeah, Agile Style and... Oh, okay, yeah, we could use Mr. Mime, actually. This isn't too bad. We have to defeat 4. That requires a couple of trips. So let's use Scizor, where we need to spam double hit. And then we have to use Mr. Mime. So actually, we need to go fight Magikarps. We actually don't even need to come here yet. Where's the Scizor? Let's see. I've never leveled you up. What the fuck? I guess it doesn't really matter. So whatever, we'll just take it. Did we finish one of these? I think we finished Miss Magius ages ago, right? That was when we did we? Oh my god, dude, I just want to be done with this shit so bad. Yeah, we did. I never filled it in over here. What the hell? Mr. Vis, did I fuck up the count? Can't even spell it. When did we master Miss Magius? Oh, that's recent. Okay, there you go. All right, so Miss Magius is done. Let me fill in the thing on the chart so that way I know. So we have Clefable, Sneasler, right? Clefable is caught at night. Okay, well that's also just something we have to refresh until we do it. So Clefable should definitely be an up-and-comer, but I want to finish off Mr. Mime. I think that'll be a little bit, that'll make a little more sense. And then maybe before Arceus or before ZA comes out, I will, oh my god, it's green. Maybe before ZA comes out, I could go back and do all the stuff I want to do on the other Pokemon games. That would be kind of nice. Alright, so there's not really much of a reason to stick around here, I don't think, right? Scizor, we need to use double hit. Check moves. So we need to use double hit. Let's get rid of close combat, and we also need to use X-Scissor, which I did not There you go. And Mr. Mime, we need to use Mimic and a Agile style move, which we have plenty of. Okay, very nice. Alright, cool. Mainly kidding, but I'm going to leave this up while I sleep. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll scream. I don't want to accidentally, like, give you night terrors or something. Why does everyone use my content as ASMR anyway? It's so insane. Alright. What was it? Agile style, I said? I think so. I don't remember. It's been too long already. I already forgot. Okay. So where's a good place we could use this on? I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna hope we get another Magnemite event. And then that way I can get extra credit. Like, that's the #1 reason I'm sticking around in this area, because it's the only area I need to get space-time distortions And, like, if I'm gonna spend at least a couple of hours just battling random Pokemon, it might as well be this area, just so I could get the chances of it. Like, if it's gonna spawn, I'd rather be this area than another area where I'm not gonna get the credit. Because already it's not guaranteed. It could be any evolution of Magnemite, and that doesn't help me, which is excellent. I just wanted to give you the view. Hey, it's appreciated. I'm just saying. Let me be considerate that I don't wake you up or something. Because your voice is soothing. Fuck if I know. Oh, thanks, Ash. But yeah, my goal is to do the rounds on every other game, basically, and then that way we could get back to ZA. Or be done before ZA is what I meant to say. That will be really nice. So, like, after Arceus, I mean, who knows how long it'll take me to finish Arceus. I mean, like, we still have another... What are we at now? 100 and something? I think we have, like, another 70, 60 Pokemon-ish. So, it'll take me a while. Like, I'm not worried about it or anything. But, like, if we keep pushing at it, we will see very good results. Okay. Very nice. It is kind of soothing. That is the last thing I would ever describe myself as. But, hey, credit's credit, man. Listen, a guy could love some compliments. Very nice. And then, I mean, I don't know. After this, I was thinking to myself, like, man, I should go back and do Sword, or I'm sorry, do Shield. I should go back and do all the other ones. I was thinking, so I'm like, that would be kind of good. Shield, Scarlet, Let's Go Pikachu. At the same time, like I said before, I kind of want to replay Coliseum and XD. I got to see what's going on in those games. I have to buy a charging cable for my DS Lite because I don't have any at the moment. And then that way I could be done. I could actually finish it off. I guess the ultimate end game of this is to finish it by I guess getting Pokemon home, because there's no other way I could store all the other Pokemon I have. And that'll be the last thing I do. Like, that's the whole reason for me doing Arceus, or not Arceus, the whole like, I guess the number one thing to try to do would be to beat Coliseum using only certain Pokemon, so that way I could technically have, like, clean versions of the Pokemon that are, like, untouched by... Because you have to use Pokemon to beat the game. I don't know, like, could you beat Coliseum using only Espeon and Umbreon? Probably. It would just require you to grind for hours, because... Usually the way I beat Coliseum is I use the legendary dogs, because they're just so strong and you get them at such a high level. Like, even on basic shit, they're just way better than most Pokemon you get. Like, it is the most difficult Pokemon game, though. Probably by a wide margin, too. I would say the second most difficult Pokemon game is, oh, this stupid straw inside this fucking water bottle. It's so ridiculous. Okay, I guess I'm not drinking out of that. The second hardest one is, what's it called? Fuck, I forget what it's called. Ranger. I had massive difficulty with Ranger. I think Mystery Dungeon could be difficult, at points. Some of the dungeons are just absurdly, stupidly hard. I actually have a Mystery Dungeon DX, stream that I never did. Alright, let's see if it runs away, because I forgot to reload. I kind of prefer the original Mystery Dungeon a little bit. But, well, it's not a huge deal. And then we have to spam Mimic. So we're going to go to that Magikarp pond, Magikarp pond. I'm waiting for this thing to run, actually. I don't even know if it can hit me. Actually, if I'm really lucky, I might be able to withdraw. I think it turns to face you when you withdraw. Let's see if it runs. If not, if it doesn't run this turn, yeah, okay, so let's run. Yeah, I see how it's already turning. Okay. You know what to do. Oh my god. Most Pokemon do not let you do that, in fairness. That is almost an exclusive thing for Chatot. Wow, that's like 1 HP. Nice. That's actually good, though. No, I take that back. That's actually good. That's 2 usages of Agile. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to try to really knuckle down and play a bunch of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The other thing that I did, since I was talking about how I fixed my PS3 today, well, or I didn't really fix it, I just figured out what I was going to do to move the save data. Because really, like, I could install games again. Like, that doesn't mean anything to me. It might be slower, because the PS3 is pretty slow about it. But, like, what matters more is just that I keep the save data. As you see, like, I'm downloading everything else I could just re-download. Like, I don't really care about that. I wonder if all I need on my old PS3s is like a new application of thermal paste. I might look up how to do it. I bought a whole bunch of thermal, well, not like a whole bunch, obviously, but you know, you get a syringe. I'm not going to use the whole fucking syringe. But yeah, I bought a bunch of thermal paste for some other stuff I'm going to do. Now, granted, working with actual open machinery always makes me feel a certain type of way, but I think I will try to fix it in that manner. I'm not like, you know, I think it'll be fine. Not like super worried or anything, so. Alright. Let's go fight some Machops. I think that'll be a little bit better, unless the Dustoxes are already out. And if not, they will be soon. But yeah, I put in an M2 for my, that's an alpha. I put in an M2 for my PS5. So that's actually going to be very nice. It's very helpful. It was a little bit costly, but ultimately I said it's worth it because I'm going to be using my PS5 a lot. It'll help. I won't have to constantly uninstall games every time I, you know, make it or have a new game or something put in. So to me, that was just kind of like a no-brainer. It was just like, whatever. It's only like a couple $100. Just dump it in and be done. Because there's not really much else to get, honestly. So I think I'm in a good spot. I think things are going pretty good. And there's more stuff I gotta do later, obviously. Well, but whatever. It is what it is. The Machops are out at night, right? Well, you're out. Yes, they are. Okay, I was right. Very nice. We are not one-shotting this thing, so we're gonna have to take one turn to get hit. This will be fun. But yeah, it works really nice. It's very fast. I mean, that's exactly what you'd want. In fact, I actually have really come to like PCIe SSDs. I think they're really fucking good. Like they're stupidly strong, stupidly fast. I had one in my last computer. So obviously that's I mean, well, Surge Certain would never steer me wrong when it comes to computing ever. So I don't have space. What? Oh, I didn't empty out my bag. Oops. Fuck it, I don't know who to use it on. Honestly, that would be such a waste. I wonder if it'll still be here if I were to teleport away. Let's see. I have no idea how items do or don't despawn. Let's see. Because what I really need to do is I need to put almost all of this away. Pep-up plant. You know, I'm going to say something that's going to be heretical, but I actually kind of miss when this game first came out. Even though, like, things about it are definitely not my favorite things ever in a video game or ever in a Pokemon game, I do kind of miss that, like, we're all finding out new random stuff in a Pokemon game feeling. That was actually, like, a really awesome feeling. That, like, I don't know. It's always interesting when people come together and pool their knowledge about a game. That's probably one of my favorite parts about playing, like, an online game. Is, like, everyone is having the same learning experience together at the same time. And that, to me, is, like, one of the most fun and parts about, you know, being online, playing video games. It's really nice, actually. Damn, it's still here. Nice. Everyone is pooling their collective knowledge to figure stuff out. I mean, that to me is awesome. That's what it should be about. If only, video game forums and stuff were used more for that. Sharing of knowledge, sharing of strategies, things like that. Because like I said, one of my biggest things I never got to use, I never had that GameFAQs account that I always wanted. Because back in the day, I was big on GameFAQs. That was like the first place I would go to. That and early IGN, back when IGN was about guides. I would go there immediately to learn stuff about different games. And it all started with Star Fox Adventures. I'm not even kidding. So that was what, maybe 2002, 2003 when I was playing Star Fox Adventures? Like seriously, before that, the idea of going on the internet to find something out just didn't exist. You either figured it out on your own or you went to Barnes and Noble and you bought the guide. If they had the guide. Remember, this is a different era. There was no Amazon. Well, there was Amazon, but it wasn't like the omni seller that it is today. It was like, well, either look it up or sucks to suck. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. I never use these. If only it made it so climbing was quieter. I don't think it does. It also doesn't last long enough, which is, I hate to say like, oh, they have it in the game, but it really doesn't last long enough. I guess I could try and see. Alright, how many times do we have to do this with Mr. Mime? 2 more. 2 more, mimic 24 times, and then, yeah, okay, very nice. Actually, we can fight Murkrows. Yeah, they made Mr. Mime a psychic fairy type. Same thing with the Ralts line. Honestly, it's more of a buff to poison than anything. And I forget what we have to use with, Scizor. What was it? Agile style? It could be anything, I guess. Right? Okay, so what do we have to use with Scizor? Where the fuck is it? It's got to be early, right? Because it's the rest of its evolutions are early. There we go. X-Scizor, Agile Style. We need how many more? Okay, perfect. We need like 17 more, and we need 15 Agile Styles. Beautiful. Alright, that makes my life a lot easier. Probably doesn't matter who we use it on. Or back in the day, what you could do is you could take your friend's save file, because back then you could take your friend's save file back then. Like it wasn't, no one was gonna fucking flip your shit. Nowadays they would. Nowadays they'd be mad at you if you took your friend's save to get past something, because a lot of it is like account based stuff, but also I think they just don't want you skipping stuff. I think they want you, especially for a lot of games, they technically could make some money off you, like having to pay to get by stuff, right? Like, and look, I don't mind if a game has a cash shop. I mind when the game feels so gimped that normal gameplay does not allow you to get past certain obstacles. Now, obviously, I could rant about Tales of Arise for the billionth time, but you get the point. Like, I feel like certain games really feel that way. Some more than others. Tales of Arise just happens to be the worst example of that imaginable. Damn game, what a fucking disaster. And you would think, well, if you do all this grinding to get basic items, shouldn't you be over-leveled? Ha! Not even close. That's what you would think, is that if you spent hours grinding for items, you would be way over-leveled. No. And that's the fucked up part about that game. The game actually wouldn't be so bad if grinding for hours and hours actually got you the stuff you needed. It would actually would be a really good game anyway. Because then, like, yeah, you'll be over leveled. You just wouldn't need to use items as much. Hey, anyway, I like I said, I don't want to rant about it. But yeah, most games I know are not like that. Like the Assassin's Creed games are the opposite. You know, they have ridiculous amounts. You could buy wood, you could buy metal, you could buy all kinds of stuff. In reality, you don't need to do any of that at all. Like in reality, you don't have to unlock or buy anything. I play all those that you don't need to. So, but yeah, that's the thing I would be most hesitant about is like having a bunch of stuff like that in the game is usually like kind of a red flag. And again, I'm not Ubisoft does not pay me. I just genuinely like some of their games. I just hate most of their practices and just the rest of their games I don't care about. That's what I mean, man. I wish Ubisoft could get their shit together because I genuinely like their games have some of the most potential, honestly. Like I'm willing to give them a lot of fair shakes of the doubt because I genuinely like Assassin's Creed. Playing Odyssey. All right, could you see me, please? See me. Thank you. Come over here. Playing Odyssey might have been like one of the most like amazing experiences I've had in years. Like to me that was such a good time that like I think about it and it's one of those games I would genuinely just play endlessly. Like if I was, 10 again, right? Like back when I was like 9 and 10 and I had my GameCube before my memory cards wiped, back then, I would play a lot of games over and over and over again. So like I would boot up Smash Bros. Melee and look at all and just read the fucking trophies. I shit you not. Just reading the fucking trophies, and then maybe play a couple matches with the AI or whatever. That was cool, man. That's why I'm sad they don't have that anymore. Fuck, I would happily type a whole bunch of paragraphs about this stuff. I love those. I love that like it's an anthology and a game. It's so cool. That to me was really awesome. But yeah, back then when there was obviously more time for me to play like the same game over and over and over again, I would. And I miss that. I do. It's a shame I don't find as many shinies as I used to. Sometimes that dopamine rush, I do miss that too. But if I just shiny hunt, I can't do both. I can't shiny hunt and try to make dex progress. That's literally opposite ends of the coin. Or opposite ends of the coin. Opposite ends of the spectrum. Can't do both. Not at the same time, at least. But yeah, it's looking like my final party, once we get down to like, the Pokemon that I have to battle with, it's going to be stuff like Overquill and Wordeer and Crobat and the evolutions and stuff. And I mean, like, I don't know, like, oh wow, you're actually going to attack me? Why did he fire it one way and look the other? That is so crazy. But yeah, I think once I get to a point where it's just like the evolutions left, I might just declare victory at that point because, like, yes, technically the evolutions are renewable. They're rare though. I don't know if I'm gonna lose my mind over the evolutions. You know, I guess I should kind of care, but that's work. In fact, we might actually be closing in on that because what other I need to figure out what Pokemon require me to like find them. So like Magnemite is one of them, maybe one of the Lickitungs, a couple other things. Trying to look at this. Frostlass, maybe? I think we're just going to get to a point. You know what it is? I need to go down this list of Pokemon that I still haven't mastered and then like highlight certain ones with like maybe like a different text color for like these are battle only Pokemon. And then that'll be probably what I use to determine what I do afterwards. Because I still am updating the Google document. It's actually a Google Sheet. Alright. That was beautiful. Wow. What a move that was. Oh my god. We're really going to sit there for 50 turns against the same Magikarp. In fact, actually, it will struggle before we actually accomplish that. Which will be interesting, because you almost never get to see that. If we do the same Magikarp over and over again, it will struggle before we defeat it, because Splash only has 40 power points. Alright, very nice. I feel like we should wait, though. See, like, since we've already spent so much time here, I feel like we should wait. Let's go pick up the satchels, I guess. Dude, Braviary is so cool. Seriously. Fuck, I love this Pokemon. I do kind of prefer the Unova Braviary, but yeah, whatever. Alright. Okay. Nothing. You know, I never check over here. Was that an Alpha Remoraid? It might have been. There you go. Yeah, I never check over here, honestly. Okay. That might be it. See, like, I don't want to leave until something spawns. That would be, like, kind of stupid. Like, I want to get my credit. Let's go grab the mud, as usual. Alright. Dude. Alright, what do we need to use for Crobat? On a side note. Let's see. Agile Style, Leech Life, and Cross Poison. That's going to be fun. So Leech Life is Bug type. Cross Poison is Poison. So I guess... see, there's not a great place to find Psychics in this game. That's like my number one complaint. It's like there's not a lot of Pokemon that you can really grab, which is why I wish this game had like a few more areas. I know that they wanted 5 for the story. I kind of wish they added more at the end of the game. Ugh, fucking L, man. What was that noise? There was potential for a huge W, man. Do I have Basculin done? I do not. Okay. Alright, I think we should just fight stuff. Probably lower level stuff than this, but I think we should just fight stuff, yeah. Does this thing know Ice Beam? Okay. And honestly, Crobat might be one of the fastest Pokemon in this game. I actually wonder what's faster, Crobat or Weavile. I don't know. Maybe Crobat's faster. But Crobat doesn't have a priority move, and that's what makes Weavile broken in this game. Is that with priority moves, you can just completely allow enemies to never move. And there's nothing stronger than that. Like, it's one thing to be faster than your opponent. It's another thing to never have them move at all. Nice. And it was a crit. Of course. And yes, if you're wondering, is there even a Crobat spawn? There is. It's in Coronet. In one of those early caves. So there is a Crobat spawn. It's just only one spawn. It's one spawn in the whole fucking game. That's why I saved a lot of these Pokemon for last, because I don't even think Spirit Tomb has a spawn point. I think you have to wait for a Spirit Tomb event. I think they had to patch that into the game, that you could get multiple Spirit Tombs in this game. Because you could not get that normally. No, I think that was something they actually patched into the game. I'm like 80% certain. Like I said, it's been 2 years since this game's last patch, so I don't remember everything, you know? Because this game came out in January of 2022, and then it got patched, what was it, like a month in? And then I don't know if they've had when the last patch was. I don't know if you can really even look it up. I might have to like look it up on like a third party. That's not what I need to do. I might have to look it up on like a third party site. But they have not patched this game. As far as I'm concerned, this game is dead in the water. As long as there's no game-breaking thing that they discover that like completely breaks all of reality or like lets you jailbreak the Switch, they're not patching this game again. Which is a little depressing. But it happens to everything at some point. Like, look how many Toxicroaks there are here. This is such bullshit. Like, could you imagine, like, if you're trying to level up a Psychic type? Like, this is exactly where I'm going to take Wordeer or something. Like, it's ridiculous. Alright, no sisters spawned whatsoever. We already checked. So there were no sisters this time. Also, no Shinies. But whatever. I mean, that's actually statistically unlikely. I mean, what is 1 over 128 even? It's a sub 1% chance, for sure. I don't know like precisely what chance that is, though. I guess I could look it up. Actually, let's look it up. What is it? Let's see. 1 divided by 100... Was it 128? It's a... I'm sorry, a 0.7% chance of finding a shiny. If you have it... I think it's 1 in 128. Without opening up the chart, I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, hey, all things considered, a just shy of 1% chance is not bad. Actually, wait, is that... Oh, hold on, I'm opening up the chart. It's been a long time since I've done this. So I don't really remember a lot of it. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, that would be if it was a mass outbreak. If I'm just riding around, it's a 1 in 100. It's a 1 in 585. Never mind, I take that back. I forgot how the numbers even worked. It's been so long. But yeah, my big goal is with Pokemon is I definitely want to hatch a shiny Dratini in gold and silver. Legitimately, of course. Like, not even shit posting. Like, actually legitimately. Because, you know, I don't know. I just think it's fun doing the gold and silver era breeding. I think that to me is some of the most fun, really. I had a lot of fun with that, as I said last time. So I'm actually interested in continuing to do it and finishing off a lot of the work that I started on a lot of these other games. I just have to finish getting my room in the way I need it to be, which I am making good progress on. It takes a while, and, you know, I can only do so much a day, and I'm only motivated to do so much in a day. But usually I try to do all my important stuff early in the morning, wherever I can, just so that way I'm done and I can move on. So yeah, that's usually what I try to do. Oh. Alright, very nice. Excellent. That's what I mean. There's tons of Paris. We could actually take Crobat into Crimson Mirelands. Wait, how do we stun it head up? What? I've never been able to do that in this game ever. Was it gonna turn to flee? And I just I think it was gonna turn to flee. Yeah, I've never actually pulled that off in this game. You're actually not supposed to be able to do that. So maybe the hitboxes update, even though the actual models have not. Yeah, never seen something like that. It looks like, yeah, it's like the hitboxes update right before he was able to spin, because I don't think he was going to attack me. I think he was going to leave. Okay. Hi. Alright, whatever. But yeah, I think that's going to be pretty dope. Yeah, whatever. Honestly, it's probably for the best that it flees. I don't have to take damage. I mean, that alone is a pretty huge W, so... Honestly, I wonder how big Lumino City is actually going to be. Like, that to me, I don't know. Again, we barely know anything about the game, but I'm already wondering, like, how is it going to play relative to this game, right? Like, technically, it's the same sub-series, but who knows? It could be a completely different style. It might just be... Legends might just become a series of games. Spray, turns out I'm an idiot. Oh, hold on. I didn't get rid of the thing, by the way. I'll get rid of it now. Why are you an idiot? Which I highly doubt. Customization, live reactions, goodbye. Thank you. Yeah, there's a new Legends game that got announced. This was back, like, I think a month or two ago. It's Pokemon ZA. They already said it's set in Kalos. It's apparently set in the future, although I don't really remember specifically what they said. And it's going to come out next year. People are saying that it might be a Switch 2 thing. Yeah, new Pokemon game. That's why we're actually, that, like, it gives me motivation to finish this challenge before ZA comes out. So I'm actually very motivated. That's why I actually kind of brought it back. I was like, one, I haven't really been playing too much Pokemon, and two, I'm motivated now. I mean, do you remember telling me about I couldn't get my dual mic and headset? Yeah, what happened? What simple Windows setting did you not select to make it work? Trust me, I've done the exact same shit too. Sometimes the most random shit makes things work too. Like yeah. But what did you do? What was the issue? Also, my bad for missing Bioshock. What I'm thinking is that on Thursday, I might double stream. Oh no, I can't because I have raid. Fuck. I mean, I could, but oh shit. I might double stream on Thursday. I might do a minor stream of Donkey Kong earlier in the day and then Bioshock at the end of the day. At this time slot. What? What am I under attack from? Oh, Murkrow. Do I have anything that's good against Murkrow? It's neutral. Yeah, whatever. Are we done with cross poison? I actually haven't been looking. Oops. Are we? Oh, we've long since been done. Well, don't worry. We still have another several usages of other shit. Oops. I actually probably had only a couple uses of it that I needed to do in the first place. Yeah, now I have to do Leech Life. Whoops. Turns out I hadn't been using the adapter that came with it, literally one little wire. Oh, yeah. I've been there. Dude, you're talking to someone. I had my HD PVR1. I put the wrong cable into it and then literally fucking fried the thing. Like, it literally started smoking. That HD PVR1 that revolutionized my entire channel and how I make content, yeah, it's gone now. I've already dumpstered it. I fucking burnt it out because I plugged in the wrong wire. Yes. I've done stupid stuff too. I check out my dog. Yeah, no worries. I have done a lot of stupid shit that I regretted. That HD PVR would still be here and would still work if I did not plug in the HD PVR2's cable, which runs at a different voltage. Oh yeah, I fried that fucker. It's destined to happen. The question is, are you gonna figure it out before you yourself make that mistake? And to be fair, both of their cables look the same, just one is 5 volt, the other 6. Like both... Oh shit, whoops. That's not a big deal. Both of their stuff, it looks similar, so... My finest moment, of course. My finest hour. Dude, can we get a purple Honchkrow? I actually should check on the other Honchkrow that spawns. That's what I mean. All the good Pokemon I like. I mean, well, okay. Here's the thing, though. Like, once we're done with this, I know I'm getting way ahead of myself. We're only, what, we have another 20-some% to go? Like, another 23% of the decks to go. So, like, we're almost to the last fifth of the decks, kind of, give or take. Right? Like, 69 over 92.5. What is that? I guess I should put the decimal points as well. What does this say? 69 divided by... No, I lied. 69.01 divided by 92.56. We're 74.557% done. We're almost 3/4 of the way. So after today, we'll be done. But, you know, as they always say, the best is for last, so... It's going to be the most annoying Pokemon. But at least we'll get to do events, right? Listen, at least I will still get to do events on this game, right? Because once we're done with all the, oh, you need to find this Pokemon, you know, like, I won't have to worry about that anymore, so... I'm doing some spring cleaning. I found the box it came in and the boom opened it and the cable was right there. Yeah, I've done that. I'm doing spring cleaning too, I guess. I didn't even think about it like that. We've been working on this game since it came out. We're almost at the next release and I'm still not finished. Well, that's because they never expected anyone to actually do these challenges in the game. In fact, the points cap out at 99,999. They actually don't even have, like, it doesn't show you any more points. Like, nobody expected anyone to do this. Most people, like, you don't have to. You don't have to do this. I'm literally doing it just to have Dex perfect. But this is the kind of stuff I would do in a Pokemon game. Like, in fact, I'll even show you right now. Where is this guy? Yes, record my findings. Alright, nothing's done. But now on this next screen, see, it caps. It even plays the sound effect and the numbers don't go up anymore. That's probably my favorite part. We just got an extra 210 points. Research points cap out at 99,999. It doesn't even go higher than that. To be fair, like, it wouldn't go higher than that because, like, there's not enough research points to get to 999,000. But, like, you would think that for a game where the whole point is, like, collect-a-thon and to do stuff, they would at least let you, like, get points for everything. But I guess it ultimately doesn't matter. Like, I mean, I guess technically it doesn't stop people who want to do this stupid shit all the way from doing it. It's just for people like me who really, 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 really want to spend time doing it. Where's the Haunch Crow? Where's the Haunch Crow? There it is. Okay. Can't come back to real life. Oh my god, if you finish the Dex Nintendo Isekai in the Pokemon world, I'm not coming back. I'm just gonna let y'all know that. I'm just saying, I'm gonna die in that world, and I'm gonna die happy. Sounds like a spin-off manga to me. Dude, they have so many mangas, and Isekai is such a hugely popular, like, Revenge Isekai is a hugely popular thing. Just not my kind, not my cup of tea. I don't know. I don't really read a lot of manga, to be honest with you. Why are the Staravias still here? What the hell? Why? It's nighttime. Why are they still here? Do you see this shit? They literally shouldn't be here. I don't think. Anyway, we're kind of just killing time until the next space-time distortion shows up, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I guess let's go fight let's go fly over the water. Let's give myself a heart attack. Isekai as a concept is cool, but it's usually done in a supremely obnoxious and arrogant way, i.e. harem, Mary Sue, Gary Stew, which I almost universally hate. See, I can understand some of it. I don't know, man. I feel like harem anime is just like a very weird thing. Because, you know, like, they always do harem anime, and then it's like, oh, but he's only gonna pick one girl at the end. And so it's like, well, then what was the fucking point of the harem, then? Just to put a bunch of people in competition, and you knew damn well who was gonna win day one? It's always the most boring female character, too. Which is the other part about it that makes me, like, not care about harem anime at all. Like, you wanna know what's better than harem anime? Anime where you actually have multiple couples all, like, working things out and coming together. Dude, why is Xenoblade 3, like, one of the best RPGs I've ever played? Holy fuck, dude. I will never play something as good as Xenoblade 2 again in my life, will I? It was, like, genuinely one of the few JRPGs I played on this channel, almost, like, to full completion. Motherfuckers were going nuts. That game is so good. I need to actually go back and finish the damn DLC that came out a year ago. Oh, these girls like me. Which one do I pick? Yeah, exactly. Which one do I pick, even though it's obvious who I'm going to pick from day one? And it's always the tsundere. It's never the right girl. That's what I mean. It's ultimately always disappointing, right? Because I don't know, man. That's why I just don't really, like, you know what anime I like? I like shonen. Like, some of my favorite anime are just dudes fighting big bad demons and shit. Oh, goodbye. See you later. Like Stardust Crusaders, but like every anime, basically. Like, I might not be a DBZ, like, a super DBZ fan, but I can respect the hustle, you know? Like, I think everyone that grew up watching anime in my generation is at least loosely familiar with most concepts in DBZ. There's a few good romance anime, even good romance anime where the multiple girls, like your Lie in April. I've never heard of that. But if I had to give an example of an anime I watched that was romance heavy that sucked, Golden Time. Golden Time had all the potential to be really fucking good, and then it was like they didn't want to commit to any ending because I don't think it was finished at the time. So the manga, like, or the anime has this big plot line because the main character had an accident and he legit lost his memory, right? And then so it's implied that like one of the characters was one of the people that caused the accident, but they never committed to it, and so the anime just ends and they just never answer the question. And I mean, I guess you could argue, you know, you could always argue the nihilist point of, well, who cares? What happens, happened, right? Like, that's all that matters. But then it just kind of becomes one of those, like, we're kind of coping a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, we just never explained any of it. Then why do we designate so much time to it, you know? Like, this is only like I think it was a 24 episode. What a waste of time that was. And that was one of the few times, back in the day, I used to watch anime with my friends all the time. Like, we would actually get together and watch it all on Skype, or I think someone used to screen share it or something. And like, just, it just sucks. It's just really unfortunate. That's why I stopped caring about, like, romance anime. You're just never going to have a very satisfying ending. Because if you like a girl, and you think that she's better for one of the main characters, you're pretty much fucked. Just me personally. It's kind of musically centered, pretty good series. It was fairly popular. I don't know. Maybe I've heard of it. One of my friends is big into anime, but I haven't really talked with her in a long time. She knows all about this stuff because she likes anime like that. Like I said, I'm a shonen dude. It was one that Koi no Katachi. Yeah, I did I read? I think I read that. Because it was a manga first, I believe. But I don't even know if I finished it. I'm not gonna lie. It's just not my type of stuff, right? Like, everyone was talking about, oh my god, it's great. It's just not my cup of tea. It's not my bag, as Austin Powers would say. And they did adapt it into a movie, yes. Dude, speaking of musicals, you're gonna go see Joker 2? Now that's gonna be some peak. I'm hyped for that. That and Shadow or Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That's gonna be peak. Where we're actually gonna be living in the 2000s again. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm gonna be so hyped for that, bro. Yo-Yo is in my server constantly posting the meme of a whole bunch of people are excited to see a 10-year-old get shot by the government. That's gonna be so peak. Dude, that's why I'm playing Sonic Adventure on stream. I legitimately am gonna play it on stream. I don't know when I'm gonna play it. I should play it soon, actually. I'm telling you, Sonic Adventure 2 might be one of the most crackhead games I've ever played in my life. Did they announce the Shadow the Hedgehog? Shadow's gonna be in it. The news is that he's gonna be voiced by Keanu Reeves. Dude, it's gonna be so fucking fire. It's not gonna be a standalone Shadow movie. Have I ever played Sonic Heroes? Yes. That's actually probably the only 3D Sonic game that I played as a kid that I did not play on the channel yet, which is very unfortunate. I could not beat that Dark Story for some reason. I don't know if I just didn't try enough and I just got annoyed and just never finished it. Like, that game is such a pain in the ass. That game is such a pain. I love the idea of it, and it's a great... I don't know why they don't re-release this shit, man. Why are they not re-release Sonic Heroes HD? That is such a... It's got 4 different stories. You basically go through the same arcs, pretty much. And then you have, like, team battle segments. Again, man, that's why I'm doing a Sonic marathon this summer. I just don't know if it'll be before or after Dawn Trail. That's the only thing I don't know. I'm gonna play Sonic Unleashed. Gotta play Sonic and the Secret Rings and not finish it again because I hate that game. I gotta play Sonic and the Black Knight, which I've never played, but yeah. I probably didn't try that hard with the Dark Story. At the time, I was playing a lot of games. That was like the start of me playing a lot of games. So I probably tried it for like a day or two, and then when I didn't beat it, I was like, yeah, fuck it. I probably wasn't playing at peak performance, but again, I'll remember, I haven't played that game since I was like in 6th grade or some shit. So I think that'll actually be cool to go back and play that shit again. Absolutely. Alright, we have to use Leech Life a fuck ton, which is going to be absurd, but whatever. What can you do, right? At least we won't have to gimp ourselves. But yeah, I beat all the other stories. So I think there's like a ultimate final story with Metal Sonic I never got to do because I never beat the last one. Dude, the chaotic story is so good because it's atypical. Like, you have to do weird shit in it. It's such a weird game, but you would like me playing it because I was really bad at it. So you would have a fun time watching me play it. Because you would be like, ah, he sucks. What is it? One more Agile style, I think it was. Yep. Yeah, and then I'll actually do a playthrough of Shadow the Hedgehog. But to get the true ending, you have to beat the game, I think, 6 times, and then play the endings again, and do the opposite. And then I think you get the ending of the game. Because there is a canon ending to Shadow the Hedgehog. You just have to play every other ending to get it. Watched someone else play Summer recently. He also let people donate money to kill him, so they frequently wait till he got to the end level, game over. No. Please tell me he at least made them pay like $30 a death or something. I couldn't torture myself. Listen, I might love you all, but I would never torture myself in that manner. I would just get annoyed, and then it wouldn't be a good stream anymore. $5 a death? See, I hate you guys. Like, see, if you guys are gonna troll me, I hate you. So I'm gonna charge, like, at least $20. Someone will do it. You know what? I would make it a collective goal. I would be like, alright, every $20 is a free death. It would never happen, but that's the point. If you want to see me suffer, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to cough up the goods. Is a sticker. I think you'll be going deathless. Hey, at least I said I would make it collective. Imagine if, like, someone put 10 and another person put 10 and I was like, no, it has to be 20 collectively at once. At least, hey, it could be worse. I could be an asshole. That would be terrible. Now, why didn't anyone tell me that I didn't have the volume on this whole time? I mean, this has been great. This has been fantastic. I forgot that I muted it. Very nice. Just another day in paradise. Only an hour of the stream with no volume. That's fantastic. See, I get my volume because it comes direct. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, I think we almost had it happen again. Sprinkling is therapeutic. See, I'm finding stuff that I know I forgot, or that I know I put away, and I just didn't do anything with. But that's precisely why it's good to do it, because I forgot, like, to, you know, move a whole bunch of stuff around. I have to see how much space is in my PS3, honestly. Alright, we don't have to do that anymore. Let's fight stuff that's not bug type, please. Man, the Sinnoh-Dex is truly a masterpiece. And then honestly, after this, I'm just gonna stand around and wait. I'm actually just gonna stand around and wait for the thing to spawn. Yeah, I don't know. I know for me, I don't know if I'm gonna play Sonic. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought that was a purple Murkrow. I was gonna be so happy. I don't know if I'm gonna play Sonic 2K6. That just feels like... I don't know, man. Like, look, we really have to play that game. Like, that game is just not good. And it's so not good that everyone knows about it, man. Like, I don't know. That to me is like, that's the game everyone back in the day, you know, every video game review critic has shit on it. Like, do I really need to play it? Like, at that point, you just, like, if you play Sonic 06, you're either too young to be, you definitely weren't around when it was new, or any time after that, and you just happened to stumble upon it, thought it looked cool, because Sonic looks cool in that game, on the cover especially, and you just didn't know what you were getting into, or one simple Google search would tell you it's one of the worst games ever published live, because that game was not checked at all. There was no QA on Sonic 06. Period. I thought Shadow the Hedgehog... I still think Shadow the Hedgehog is a great idea, it's just not a great Sonic game. There is definitely a really good idea in there, and with a couple tweaks, it would be like an absolute, like, 8 out of 10. But because it's glitchy, because they try to force Shadow, I blame Ratchet and Clank. I really do blame Ratchet and Clank for how that turned out. Because I think Ratchet and Clank was big at the time, and they were like, well, what if we can't give Sonic a gun, so we'll give it to Shadow instead. Because Shadow is black, he's edgy. It probably went something like that in the cutting room, and it should have been cut, and it should have remained there. But sadly, as we know, it did not. And then on top of that, they're like cursing too, because like, what does Ratchet and Clank have? They kind of half curse, I guess, right? Or other glitches. I mean, like, it's mostly just momentum based. I mean, but that's a lot of 3D Sonic games. They're all kind of glitchy to a certain degree. Yeah, it depends. I had a lot of times in Sonic Heroes where I would just pass through the floor and I would die, and I would be like, wow, I could not stop that at all. Or like, you would randomly lose speed in the middle of a loop-de-loop because maybe you like slightly graze the wall, and then you just fall. It's great. Truly transcendent. Magnificent. Alright, well, Crobat's done. This is the last Pokemon I thought I was gonna finish today, but here we are, right? Alright, so, legitimately, I might just chill out and just wait for this thing to spawn, if and when it ever spawns. As you can tell, my luck has been pretty bad. So you probably will just sit down and just wait, or maybe we'll just, because, I don't know. I don't know, actually. I guess, in theory, I could just chill and just do nothing. Because we've already been around the map a whole bunch. There's not really much of a reason to keep running around, so, yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, done with Mr. Crobat. Thank you for your service. What else do we need? Let me fill it in while I'm on the chart. What day is it today? 4/23/24. Crobat. Let's see. Crobat. Fill it in. We're almost done with box 1, or the second box. The only thing that's left is Wordier. So now we could do Cleavor. Let's see. Cleavor is going to be annoying. I don't really feel like doing that, actually. Mr. Mime will be easy. Overquill is another one of those, like, new Pokemon that you have to do crazy stuff for. Skuntank wouldn't be terrible. I feel like Skuntank is definitely on deck now, right? That's definitely got to be on deck. What else? Rhyperior. Yeah, Rhyperior also isn't too terrible. I'm sorry, wait, where's Blissey again? Double Edge, Strong Style. I mean, Blissey isn't terrible. I feel like there's an Alpha Blissey somewhere. I can't remember where it is. And I definitely need to use it. Ursaluna is another one of those Pokemon. Steelix is another. Yeah, Steelix might be the one to do. Yeah, maybe we'll do Steelix now. Because we could use, what is it, Iron Tail and Stealth Rock? That would be pretty easy. We got a lot of bug types in this area. So while we wait, we could just do that as well. If I have one. There we go. Very nice. Scizor. Alright, cool. And strong style. Oh yeah, we can use oh yeah, we got plenty of options actually. We have no shortage of options to use on Steelix whatsoever. Like Ratchet & Clank Deadlock, they will frequently allude to swearing with very obvious censoring, but in other games it's kind of just, yeah, it's classic kid swearing in other games, yeah. But that game, I haven't really seen a lot of that game, but yeah, they very obviously do it. It's, you know, it's that like turn of the millennium, like we could get away with having a lot of edge in our games type of approach. But like it only works for certain things. Like I don't know. I know Shadow is supposed to be a little bit more mature than Sonic, right? Like, but did they have to give him guns and make him start cursing? Like, I don't know. I think I blame GTA and Ratchet for it. Like GTA definitely in Ratchet. I really do feel like it was Ratchet and Clank though, primarily. Which credit for what's it called? Credit for Insomniac, man. They went from one banger franchise to another, and they just they ran with it, and they knew what they were doing. That's not gonna hurt. Oh my god! Actually, this is good. Yes, please keep spamming Roost. Yes. This is very good. You're not gonna get to spam it. Feels like my tail is being shoved right up my ass. Eight Brave Birds. Deadlocked was a wild game. They main references to prawn, murder, and all that stuff. Really? Even prawn? What? Bro. What were they cooking with? Were they even cooking? Like, I really do feel like we don't get Jak and Daxter anymore because Jak and Daxter had, like, actual tits in it. And I feel like that was the most insane that they did at Sony. Up until... Is your Blargs Gone Wild DVD scratched from overuse? Hang on. This game might be fucking fire. Why would you tell me this on the eve of another game coming out? Now, I actually want to play it and see if it's actually like that. Oh my god. I gotta fix up my PS2. That's fucking hilarious. We're gonna skip the entire Ratchet and Clank. That's a direct quote. I believe you. That's the best part. We're gonna skip Ratchet 1, 2, and 3. We're just gonna straight up play Deadlocked for no reason. It's gonna be my throwback playthrough this year. I was gonna do Bond games and Sonic games. I guess we're just gonna throw this in. And for no reason. Dude, why do they make edgy games? I just wanted to see... Ah, man, it's so ridiculous. That was definitely a 2000s thing. So that way you become an emo scene kid because you identify with Shadow, and you watch anime, and you listen to Linkin Park, and you skateboard, and you dyed your hair black, but you told your mom it totally wasn't a phase. Mom! I got that game instead of going to a kid's birthday party? What the fuck? That is an insane story. Alright, Kid Devin, these are your choices. You either go to this birthday party, or I buy you a video game. I'm sure that's not how it happened, but that would actually be kind of insane. These are your choices. Like, well, I mean, when you put it that way... I guess I have no choice. I guess I will not go to the kid's birthday party. Instead, I will get the edgelord game of the year. Dude, Devin, did you ever play Sonic fucking Riders? That was the other Sonic game I used to beat my head against a wall over. Like, honestly. I used to beat my fucking head into the ground. I hate that game. That's the game where they have... I always talk about this meme with my friends. you're technically on a team with the other Sonic characters. So like Sonic is on a team with Knuckles and Tails. And like if Knuckles or Tails finishes first place, you still lose the race, which makes no fucking sense because it should be our total cumulative scores. Oh, it's so stupid. It's like, then why even have fucking teams? Why am I on a team with Knuckles and Tails if they win and I still lose? Like, I could be second place, Knuckles could be first, and I will lose the race because I did not finish. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Because I did not finish first. I hated that. I really do hate racing games like that. I agree. It's not the worst racing game I've ever played, but it is definitely up there. If a game has a racing minigame, almost universally my most hated part of that game. For me, it's either rhythm portions or sometimes racing, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I've been there. So, like, for me, there's portions of Spyro where, like, you know, certain Spyro minigames are, like, really shit. Like, I'll be fair. I love Spyro. Certain minigames are really fucking obnoxious, right? So, like, for me, whenever I play Spyro 3, it's, what is it called? What, the boxing minigame with Bentley, I fucking hate that. I never liked it. I was never good at it. Like, in the original Sly Cooper, there's 2 racing minigames that are required. I dread them. Yeah, it's that meme where it's, like, your favorite video game, and it's the guy from Breaking Bad smiling, and he's all happy, and things are great. And then it's that part. And then it's him being angry. I forget his name. Was it Hank? Yeah, it was Hank. Dude, the reason I remember that is because they made a meme with Walter screaming for P5S. Yes, I know. This is the craziest way that I remember this meme. Hank! It's Venom Squall! Hank! Yeah, that's dumb. You're not going to get it if you don't rate P5. Yeah, there's a boxing minigame in Spyro. You play as Bentley the Yeti, and you have to box that other Yeti from Spyro 2. And it's the most obnoxious shit ever. I was just never good at it. And there's a couple minigames in Spyro 3. Like, part of them diversifying the game to add new stuff into it was like them adding in really annoying parts to the game. Unfortunately. So, like, some of the minigames are easy. Some of them are hard. Some of them are easy trial and error, like Sheila's bombing the rocks to free the eggs. And then some of them are just downright obnoxious. Like, people always meme about... Oh, yeah, no, different Bentley. Bentley the Yeti's different from the hippo guy. But yeah, Sly Cooper is one of those series of games I would like to play. Like, I bought the PS3 triple pack. Oh, yeah, that would be a shoo-in. Needless to say. Bentley's the turtle? Oh, it's Murray! God damn it. Yeah, see, I'm not like big on Sly Cooper. What the fuck? That's terrifying. I won't even lie, that did terrify me for half a second. Yeah, Bentley's the turtle, okay. Dude, I should totally play all 4 of the Sly Cooper games. That's why I said I was gonna do 1 year. I even said I would play 1 Ratchet, 1 Jak and Daxter, 1 Sly Cooper, and then we would level up to the 2s, and then we would level up to the 3s. Don't those things canonically drown children? No, they lead them away from their homes. It's not, they don't drown children. Come on, Devin, this is a kid's game. The Pokedex is the only thing allowed to be edgy, okay? Like, who actually writes the Pokedex? It's insane. Here we go. Let's actually look really quickly. Where's Driftblim? Here it is. It drifts along at dusk, perfectly silent. Its transient, melancholy aspect touches some people deeply. Every so often, one will come upon a poem or song devoted... No, fuck that. Here we go. Said to lure away young children and carry them off to the afterlife. Some whisper that Drifloon are formed of reincarnated human souls, but these rumors are as yet unconfirmed. Yeah, it's Drifloon. Drifloon leads children away. It's the balloons that they, like, take and they never come home. And they just disappear and no one finds them. Alright, what was I looking at again? Steelix? Where the fuck is Steelix? There we go. Wait, isn't Onix an Area 1 Pokemon? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I'm right. Okay. Alright, well, we don't have to use strong style anymore. Now we just have to use some more stealth rock. And then we'll work on Iron Tail. Technically, we could get 4 Pokemon done today. If this stupid thing would spawn, I could go back to the other area and we could start farming Mr. Mimes. But unfortunately, you could see my luck is very bad today. Do you think I will... Okay, here's the thing. If I don't one-shot it, that's actually really... Ah, fuck. Never mind. But yeah, I hated Sonic Riders. It's such a good concept, and I actually really... Like, certain parts of it I enjoyed. Maybe, like, I would enjoy it more if I were to play it now. I actually bought the sequel to it that I never played, believe it or not. I actually never played... And I actually liked the team of it. Jet, Wave, and... Was it Crash? I forget the other guy's name. I actually thought they were cool. I actually liked the art. Like, I liked Sonic art back in the day. So yeah, I would totally play, was it Sonic Riders Zero Gravity? I never played it. I bought it twice and I never played it. Because by the time I bought it, I was already old. So, you know. I would totally play that, though. It's been a long time, but I would definitely do it. The next thing I gotta do is buy a PS2 controller, because my PS2 controllers are ass. Never good with them. Controls are always overly drifty. AI... Yeah, see, here's the thing that they do. What they will do is they'll have the AI rubber band to you, so that way you're technically always getting a challenge. So, like, you'll be completely dominating the AI, and then the game will just be like, oh, no, we can't just have you win for free. We're gonna have them catch up to you and give them a speed boost. So that way they're always, like, you know, contesting with you. Because theoretically, like, if they didn't, the RNG would be that you could just restart a race enough times that they just get fucked over, like the really good AI, and then they just never catch up, and then every other AI is too passive. You'll see that in Mario Kart. Whenever you run, like, Grand Prix, like, generally speaking, most humans are good enough to sit in first place on most Mario Kart difficulties. Like, let's be fair here. Most people are good enough to just sit in first place. What you'll see is that certain AI, certain designated AI in the Grand Prix will be basically your rivals, for lack of a better way of putting it. They will always be competitive to you, and almost always they will be in second and third place. It's very rare to see, like, the third place rival drop to fourth place. It can happen, depending on the map and just, you know, random item RNG. But they do artificially assist certain AI and have them just be fucking obnoxious. And yeah, it's just one of those things about fucking racing games. Like, I understand that they need to have some amount of difficulty because otherwise the game would be too fucking easy. But it also becomes a bullshit fest because it's like, well, you know, this dude shouldn't be competing with me, but somehow he is. You know, like, what am I supposed to do? So... The problem is that they also sometimes let the speed boost last long enough for them to get right behind you or ahead of you, which, if it happens right at the finish, like, yeah, they just get to pass you for free. You lose. Congratulations. Yeah, I hate that, but, like, I don't know. It doesn't happen often enough that I don't play Mario Kart games. It's just, I only ever really played, like, 2 Mario Kart games in my life. And one of them was Double Dash, and the other one was, what was it? What was the other one? Mario Kart DS. Those were like the 2 big Mario Kart games I played when I was a kid. Oh, great. Now I have to use Iron Tail. That's really the killer. I'm also really not partial to puzzle games. I think Catherine might be one of the few games I like that was a puzzle game. But that's because, to be fair, Catherine has a quirky mystery story. It's got memes, it's got humor, it's got, like, adult humor, right? Like, I don't like games like Catherine. Catherine kind of ended up being, like, one of the few puzzle games I really got into. It's also one of the few games that Atlas did not go nuclear over playthroughs of it being posted on the internet. So I guess there's that, at least, right? So, like, like, someday, if I ever play Persona 5 for the channel, I will not stream it on this channel. Or they make you start in last place and heavily punish any mistakes. Sly Cooper does that. Yeah, I love that. But, like, I don't know. They do it in Mario Kart for the first race, and then every race thereafter, It's not, you start wherever you finished. But, like, let's be fair here. Like, the thing that Mario Kart does is that certain races, they want you to have, what's the word I'm looking for? Certain races, they have, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like every Grand Prix in Mario Kart now, they want you to get 3 stars on. The only way to get 3 stars is to finish first every time. That's really annoying on, like, especially the higher difficulties. I don't understand why some companies copyright online playthroughs as free publicity. There's next to no argument that it increases sales. Well, the argument is that if your game is bad, it would decrease sales. Technically. It's also technically fair use, right? And now most people will say, well, if it ever went to court, it wouldn't go through, they would shoot it down. People have been saying this since day one of playthroughs. Now, the only thing I would say against that is, technically speaking, there was the Sargon of Akkad versus the Aquila Lady the Aquila Lady lawsuit. There was also the H3H3 versus Max Haas, I think his name was it? Or is that the guy from Wolfenstein? I don't remember this guy's name. But, I don't know why I linked that together in my head, but, yeah, for some reason I did. Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
That scared the fuck out of me, dude. Holy shit. Tim Drullinger, thank you for the subscription. Could just be watching a video, might actually be watching the stream. Either is possible. Anyway, that scared the absolute piss out of me. Very nice. But thank you for the subscription. But what was I saying? Yeah, that's the closest we have to lawsuits on YouTube. Is, H3H3 and, what's it called? H3H3, and what was the other one? Sargon of Akkad. And remember, Sargon of Akkad quite literally took her clip and reposted it on the internet. And he just changed the title, and that was considered fair use. So, like, if you really want to use that as your basis, like, technically speaking, anything more than that is by definition also transformative. But, like, look, if they want to claim it and take the revenue off it, I'll be honest with you, I don't really care. This is all pro bono anyway, because, like, you see my numbers. This is not a for-profit channel, and it probably never will be, which is fine. But, like, it's when they strike you, that's what I don't like. I don't like that they just strike your shit, and they just take your shit down. When I played 13 ages ago, they didn't strike me, but they blocked the video worldwide, and at that point I was just like, alright, well, what's the point of a playthrough where the whole thing is blocked worldwide? The playthrough's over. There's no point. Like, the only thing I have to figure out is where I'm going to upload that one part of Dante's Inferno, because there's no way I could post that on YouTube. Now, I don't know where I'm going to post it. I'm not signing up to Prawn Hub, because you have to give them all your info. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. So I don't know where I'm going to upload Dante's Inferno, the playthrough. To be fair, I haven't played it since whenever we started it. Who the fuck knows when that was? It might have been last July. And in fairness, the reason why I haven't played it is because we just have been playing other games, 1. And 2, because my PS3s have been fucked up. Now let's actually do a really good test of this PS3 right now, really quickly. Let's pause this. Let's see, is it still working? We good? We ballin'? Sorry, wrong thing. We ballin'? Let's see. Fuck it, we ball. Let's go. I know it hasn't come back. There you go. Yeah, fuck it, we ball. There you go. Alright, did I download Spoils of the what? I don't even know, bro. Honestly, I don't even think I'm going to play Dragon Age Inquisition on this. Dailymotion, Yandex, and a few others. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Like, technically, maybe Odyssey will allow it. Odyssey might be okay with it. And, like, if I get banned off Odyssey, like, I'm not going to get, like, super salty about it. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out once we actually get back to the playthrough. Now, who knows when that'll happen? But, I couldn't tell you. But, yeah. I'll figure it out. It's not pressing, right? Listen. The first levels of the game, they are showing you this guy's dead lover naked. Okay? There are some serious tits in that game. There's no way I could get away with showing that on YouTube. Hell no. It's ridiculous. Even I was surprised. I was like, yeah, I heard there's boobs. Bro, they keep showing her fucking tits. And think about it. We didn't even make it to the second circle, which was lust. Dude, lust must be fucking insane, dude. And the sad part is, it was gonna be part of a trilogy, and they never finished it, dude. They never finished it. I'm so upset. They were gonna make Dante's Purgatorio and then Dante's Paradiso. See, that's the problem. Everyone knows Dante's Inferno. Like, the other parts are actually pretty cool sounding too. That's what makes me really annoyed. Wow, that actually hurt. I think I might actually run from this one, but I will not. I like gambling. Very nice. Dante's Purgatorio and Dante's Paradiso, and maybe someday it'll happen, but I don't know. Well, no, it won't, because Visceral is fucking gone, so no, it won't. But you know, it was an interesting idea that unfortunately will never get the full time it needs. Oh well. Oh, man. Oh, can you stop missing, please? Dude, can you stop missing, please? You're trolling me now. Oh my god. I didn't even strong style it. I want you to think about that. I didn't even strong style. Oh my fucking god, it's an 80% accuracy move. Oh, I rolled the 25 3 times in a row. This is such bullshit. Oh my god, I missed 4 times in a fucking row, dude. Can I go for the clean sweep? 5 for 5 for 5. 5 for 5? No. Oh my god. We were 4 for 5, dude. That move had 20% accuracy. That's so insane. I fucking hate this game. This is why I'm not a gambler by nature. 20% accuracy. You know what I used to play, Devin, that they definitely don't make anymore? Speaking of games that are gone from that era, I used to play fucking Guitar Hero a lot. Oh man, what a great era the 2000s was. Up until like 2014, we were just flat cooking with games, man. What a shame that that is just like a dead era. Where did all the time go? Like seriously, like what happened? I just feel like I blinked and then it was all over, like a dream. Like I just woke up and it just, you know how we wake up and the dream just fades away? Like it just slips through your fucking fingers? Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes about shit like this, man. It's just like, where did all the time go? Back in the day, I used to play so many of these weird games and hop in Xbox Live parties and shit. And now it's just all gone. Now I'm old. Okay. Sure. What? Why did it... Oops. Yeah, it's a Tangela. It shouldn't matter. Yeah, but I mean, outside of that, like, towards the end of the GameCube era, like, I was playing a lot of Sonic games and stuff. Surprisingly, I didn't buy Sonic 06 until way later. Probably because of the terrible... Like, pretty much every Sonic game at that time had just a terrible reputation about it. But, like, at the same time, I also wasn't really playing Nintendo games, which was also a huge mistake on my part. Some of those Nintendo games are worth actual amounts of money. That was a horrific miscalculation on my part. Dude, can this stupid thing spawn already? Like, seriously. This is the worst thing I'm going to do in the game. This is why I'm really going to do the cheese method for, Cornitos and Rampardo and Shieldon. Because there's no way I'm sitting through this just to have fucking Rowlet spawn. Like, dude, that's just torture. And even here, we're not guaranteed to get a Magnemite. It's just statistically more likely to get multiple Magnemites than not get multiple Magnemites. So here's what's gonna happen, because I'm gonna go overtime until I get what I want. Maybe. Actually, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just fucking quit like a bitch and I'll do it later. I'm gonna at least finish Steelix, so we'll at least have 2 Pokemon completed today. If we don't do anything else, then next time we will have Mr. Mime, Scizor, and then we could start working on Drapion and Porygon Z. That is indeed something that we could start working on, is Drapion and Porygon Z. So we could do 4 Pokemon next time, and then that'll just be good. It'll be good progress no matter what, because we're basically at a point with these two, we just need to stand next to Magikarps and spam the A button. But I guess we're not going to do it today, because, like, we're already running late. So I'm just going to wait for this shit to spawn, and then we'll go from there. Oh my god, here we go. So after a certain point, I'm just going to stand around and wait for it to spawn in. Oh, did I fuck up? I totally did. Oops. And then I will open up Pokemon Home. I will not forget, although I probably will. Alright, we're done with Iron Tail. So I think Steelix is done as well. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I guess what we could do is we could just wait. Just wait for this stupid shit to spawn, let time pass at a 1-to-1, and then that way I don't have to worry about missing it or anything. Very nice. Crobat and Steelix. Alright. Let me fill in the thing. Let's drag and drop this over. So what will it be? 4/30/24? Right? So it'll be Mr. Mime, Scizor. I could just drag and drop it. Get this shit out of my face, bro. And then after that, I mean, the world's my oyster, so to speak. Oh, Skuntank is another good one. Yeah, I already put that. So Skuntank's another good one. Goodra, Rhyperior. Rhyperior's not terrible. Chatot, Machamp, Lickalicky, Lickitung, Gliscor, Bergmite, Mamoswine, Magmortar. I mean, we're trying with Magnemite, man. This shit sucks. It really does. Can't even spell Magnemite. Okay. Alright. So, how's everyone's day going? Hopefully well, at least. Oh. Good lord. See, what I'm hoping is that someday they do a remake of Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn as like a double pack, to be honest with you, because I don't really want to play the OG versions of those. I want them to add that new shit and put in the fucking rewind mechanic. I know that Path of Radiance is not as hard as Radiant Dawn. Radiant Dawn is ridiculous. Suffering, haven't met a cute bunny boy today? Why do you need to meet a cute bunny boy every day? That just sounds like a recipe for trouble. Mm. You're really killing me with this shit, man. I gotta start having a timer run. Says the only thing I would do is, like, I would mod this game not to get, like, a billion things in it. But what I would do is I would mod it so that there's a timer running. Because you gotta, like, pause the timer if you get into battle. And I'm not prepared to do that much upkeep, bro. Like, I don't... I guess technically what I should do is I should just load into these fucking areas and then literally just not play the game. And just sit here and play something else. I mean, I guess while I do this. Because they give me life, I would highly advise you to find something else that gives you life. People on 14 are fucking weirdos. I'm sorry to say. I know that's the truth that nobody wants to hear, but people on 14 are super weirdos. That's why, honestly, I don't really associate with a lot of people, but that's like how I play every game. Like, do I get buddy-buddy with the dudes I play Call of Duty with? No. Why? Because it's Call of Duty. It's pretty much like the salty spittoon of interactions. Like, I'm not here, like, I don't know, I just don't bother. That's fine. Like, for me, 14 is not really a super social game. Like, yes, there are super social aspects of it, but for me, it's not really a super social. I know, I know you do your own thing. I know Athena does her own thing, which is similar. But for me, it's less about that and more about clearing shit, getting shit done. Here we go. Let's see. Early details for Assassin's Creed Hex. Planned for 2026. There's a fear system. Female protagonist with powers. Spell to possess a cat. Elsa is seemingly hunted by 16th century German soldiers. More linear experience with some open world design. Oh boy. Love it. Great. What the fuck? I don't even know if any of this works anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of this shit is old. I was, you know, Red Dead Redemption as the throwback playthrough last year was pretty good, honestly. Yeah, so when's Assassin's Creed Red coming out? That's really what I care about. You know Ubisoft, they love their female protagonists. They love them so much, they still haven't released Beyond Good and Evil 2. Love it. Dude, we care so much, man. Is that why Watch Dogs is now a dead franchise? That's the rumor, by the way, of the day. Is that Ubisoft considers Watch Dogs dead and buried. And to me, it sucks because, like, I feel each Watch Dogs game does something so good. And then we're just never going to have... I feel like the tone of Watch Dogs 1 is really good. And then the actual, like, gameplay of Watch Dogs 1 is really good. But it got better in the sequel. And now we'll just never get to that level of perfection. It's lost. And that makes me really sad because I actually genuinely think that they did a really fucking good job with it. Here, let's teleport over here. Because nothing spawns over here. So that way if something does spawn, I'll have the maximum amount of time to get to it. And we get to listen to this music, which is nice. Who is this? Paulina. Unbelievable, man. Fucking Ubisoft, as usual. As usual, these fuckers can't do anything right. And I don't even hate them. I want them to do really good jobs, man. Fuck. It's so annoying. So obnoxious. Anyway, part of the... I did install that M2 on my PS5, so I will be able to put all the games I've deleted back on. Unless it's like Tales of Arise, which I will probably never play again. At least I'm going to be honest about that. So, like, I already downloaded Stellar Blade, so at this point we're just waiting the 2 days for it to come out. So, actually, hilariously enough, I hope we could finish Bioshock. Okay, actually, I don't know. I don't know if Devin's still here. I don't know, from where we are in Minerva's Den, Devin, do you know how much is left? Because I don't know if I should make Bioshock the earlier stream or the later stream. Because I definitely want to be done with it by 12, so I could go play Stellar Blade at night. I'm not really sure, like, where that's gonna, you know, play a role in it. Ugh, I have something in my eye. It's bothering the shit out of me. I don't know how much more is left in Minerva's Den. Because I should have played it yesterday. That was such a fucking L. Dude, I never do the right thing. That sucks. But yeah, I have to move a whole bunch of stuff around. Like, I'm gonna probably try to move my consoles tomorrow. So, like, the old PS3 is done. I'll boot a couple of these games to see if the actual save data loads and shit. My old PS4 is done. I don't think there's anything else I need to do on it, right? I think I have to turn it on just to turn it off. And then that's it. I'm pretty much done with it for good. I have a spare PS3, and then I gotta rotate all... I gotta unplug all my consoles. So what are we... Wait, what am I playing tomorrow? What am I streaming tomorrow? Final Fantasy... Oh, okay. That's not terrible, actually. Yeah, Final Fantasy... I gotta do a bunch of stuff. Wait, did I unplug my PS... Hold on, what the fuck? Why is this on? What? Did I unplug this? Wait, did I? Am I losing my fucking mind? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to figure this out later. Did I unplug it? Did I turn it off? What? Ah, that's so weird. Never played Minerva's Den. Ah, shit. Well, maybe we'll just do it as the second stream, and then we'll just see what happens. And if not, we finish it next Monday. Maybe I just play Donkey Kong. I don't know, man. I'll figure it out. Maybe I play... No, you know what I'll do? I'll play it on Saturday. Yeah, I'll play Minerva's Den on Saturday instead of whatever was going to be there. Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do. Okay, well, this is going to take a while. Goodbye. Let's see. Good fucking God, man. I hate this. When's Avatar? I don't know. Considering I have like 9 other games that have now crammed themselves in front of it, I have no idea. Ow, my head. What the hell? I mean, at least I could install it, but I don't know. I'm gonna fucking focus on Final Fantasy VII. Since I'm only about halfway through that game, unbelievably, after all the time. I mean, I didn't put a ton of time in, let's be fair here. Probably gotta go back. I have to juggle a bunch of different games, which, I mean, at least... You know what I have to do? I have to do 2 different verdicts. I have to do the verdict for Spider-Man and the verdict for Alone in the Dark. I actually should do that tonight while I'm thinking about it. And then I have a podcast I need to record. Which I need to do all 3 of those completely separately and independent of any actual playthroughs I do next week. Or in, you know, the next few days. Because Friday and Saturday I just plan to play Stellar Blade. And then maybe Sunday I'll take a break. Maybe I'll go back to something else I've started. So I don't want to start Avatar. I don't want to start Avatar because I have too much other shit going on. Okay. This is actually probably the 40-minute version, isn't it? Unbelievably. How has it never spawned? That's what drives me insane. It really never spawned. Man, 40 minutes is too much time, y'all. That should have been 30. Well, that is such a dickhead maneuver. Well, how long are we into Minerva's Den? I think we're only on stream 2 of it, right? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, because I don't want to get to, like, the final boss, have to stop, and then come back, and then we finish it in, like, 30 minutes, right? Because at least when we did I don't know. I'll think about it. I did promise Light-Minded Jedi I would play Donkey Kong, so I probably won't mess that up. I'll probably fuck around with what's on Saturday, and then I'll figure it out later. What do you mean, wait, what? There's another 8% roughly that you won't do because you can only encounter legendaries once per playthrough. Yes. So the reason why we're doing this, I'll give the full recap since we're not doing anything at the moment. The reason why I am collecting and completing the entire Pokedex is because when you complete a Dex entry entirely, perfectly, when you get the stars next to a Pokemon's Pokeball, right, as you can see, what it does is it gives you 2 extra shiny rolls. Now, the game does not tell you this, that's just what it does. So there's different levels of shiny hunting in this game that you could do. Obviously, once you get the shiny charm, right, that's a bunch of extra rolls. That's where the predominant amount of your rolls are. So any Pokemon that you encounter will have extra rolls, right? They'll have extra rolls to be shiny. When you Dex Perfect, they will have extra rolls to be shiny. The problem is that because you can only encounter legendaries once per save file, they will never be shiny. They are all shiny locked in this game, every one of them. The starting Pokemon are shiny locked, as always. That's a common thing now. And every legendary Pokemon is shiny locked in this game, because you can only encounter them once. Because you cannot encounter them multiple times, shiny locked. The only Pokemon that has had that changed is Spiritomb, because it's now possible to encounter multiple Spiritomb. So that's why it's only at 92%. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to do the evolutions. I'm going to be completely honest with you. That's a lot of work, and I am a lazy son of a bitch. I do not know if I'm going to be doing the evolutions, just being honest. But maybe I will. So, because there's 242 Pokemon in this Dex, and there's 18 legendaries, I just subtracted that and then took the new ratio, right? And so basically the shiny Dex ends at Lucario. Because Uxie, Mesprit, Azulf, Heatran, Regigigas, Cresselia, Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus, and Amorous, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Arceus, Fion, Manaphy, Shaman, and Darkrai all do not have, you cannot re-encounter them. The only Pokemon that you get that I have Dex perfected is Arceus of that list. It's also weird I've gotten used to you randomly popping in and randomly... I didn't even know you were popping in and leaving, honestly. But don't worry, it's not a big deal. But yeah, that's how this game works, basically. That's how this game operates. So because every other Pokemon you could technically encounter either at a static spawn, a massive mass outbreak, or just overworld in general, there's a reason to Dex perfect them, because you could find them all. Realistically, you could find them and you know, whatever, right? Yeah, there's just a reason to do it. Most Pokemon, or a good chunk of Pokemon, you cannot. But at this point, like I said, we've done... Oh, well, I didn't even update the chart. If I go back to the web page, right? We've done 2 Pokemon today. We're almost at 70%. At that point, there's only another 22% left. So, I mean, if I were to do another 2% or another 2 Pokemon today, then yeah. But as you can see, I've been getting fucking... I'm getting fucked right now. So I guess it's not happening today. My RNG is really bad that we have to wait for this stupid fucking thing to happen. If we could use the Shieldon and the Cranidos method, we should be good to go. But yeah, so... My brain just hops around too much. I'll pop in, say hi, and then leave because I want to rewatch an episode of House or whatever. Yeah, but House is entertaining as shit, so I don't blame you. And there's definitely nothing on TV like House anymore. They tried with The Good Doctor. That's the other thing. Like, The Good Doctor is just like a bunch of cringe. It's like House, but cringe. There's no humor at all in The Good Doctor. Like, every clip I see of it is just not funny. It does not have the charisma or I guess the anti-charisma of House, right? He just kind of pops in, and I'm sure you know the clip I'm gonna say. He pops in as like, you're a terrorist. I know you're a terrorist. It's like, what the fuck? And then there's the other episode where like the two autistic people, they both live together. I think they have sex together, but they don't want to be in a relationship. It's all weird shit. It's just not, it lacks the focus of House. Like, yes, is House the main character? Yes. Do we want to see good things that happen to him? Yes. But one of the big takeaways from House is that House is a fuck up. And that's one of the things I liked about that show. Is House is not a golden boy. He's actually, quite frequently, a very damaged man. And I actually really like that show. I think that there's a lot of storytelling to be had from a character who is very fallible. I mean, he might, you know, it's a show. At the end of the day, he's going to figure out what's wrong, usually, with the patient. And they have some crazy-ass episodes in that show. But then they also have really weird plot arcs. Like, the fucking dickhead that wanted House to, like, swab his fucking penis or something. He spends, like, an entire season trying to bust him on Vicodin abuse. Which, oh my god, that wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it was a really, like, long-term arc. I just didn't like how season 8 bled into season 7 bled into season 8. Without spoiling it, it was kind of a letdown. And one of the things that happened is the lady who plays Cuddy wanted to work on Real Housewives of New Jersey, so she was basically leaving her show, pretty much. She basically was, like, leaving House, pretty much. So, like, at that point, I don't know. I know they wanted to have, like, one final, like, arc to wrap it all up. It doesn't end as poorly as most TV shows. It just wasn't very good, is all I would say. And then let that first message through. Oh, God. Yeah, he just ends up with more drugs. Yeah, look at it. I'm like, more drugs. I'm like, yo, you alright, Devin? Oh, my God. But yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty good show. By today's standards, it would be horrifically offensive and we would cancel it immediately, unfortunately. But at no point do I ever feel like rooting for House. I mean, like, each one of the people that he has under his tutelage is, like, severely fucked. They're all broken people, and I actually kind of like that. It's like Evangelion, but the American sitcom. Honestly, when Kumar left the show because he went to work for Obama, I was already seeing some cracks from him. Yeah, the first 3 seasons are definitely the tightest. They kind of changed it a little bit in 4 through 6. And then 7 was just like the decline. I'm pretty sure 7 had like a really good portion. And then like the back end of 7 was really not great, unfortunately. What was his character? Kuttner? Like, I could live with seasons 4, 5, and 6. I'm not like, I don't hate it. But yeah, they had good people. It's a shame that 2000s era of TV. Like, looking back, I actually miss it a lot. Like, a lot of those shows I would never have watched back in the day. But nowadays, I think about it, I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I actually kind of miss some of it, you know? Like, and that's why they say some of the most streamed shows right now are shows that came out years ago. Why? Because they were better written than the slop you have today. And that's something that I think a lot of people get caught up on when I say things are really shitty today. Like, that's not to say that things were amazing and perfect 10 years ago. They were just all God tier. And then 2016 happened and everyone in Hollywood went fucking crazy because of Trump, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they had a better idea of what they actually wanted to write. And it wasn't perfect. They just did a better job of putting it in. They didn't try to cram propaganda into it. They didn't try to fucking ruin characters for no reason. Like, I might not like that House is this, you know, ridiculous character that is just a fuck up. So many terrible things happen, a lot of which are his own doing. But it was ultimately like a really insano kind of a deal. I disagree. I think Fallout's terrible. I think that as far as adaptations go, from the bits of it I've seen, it's okay, right? Like, a lot of parts of it are fine. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not, but I don't think season 2 is going to be good. And I also just don't think most of these adaptations are good. But it's funny that, like, most of the people I know, like, I've had 2 or 3 people who have never touched it say, yeah, this is great. It's Bethesda tier writing. Like, when the guy is running away screaming, fuck, 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 like, I don't know if that's happened in Fallout, but, like, I feel like that's just the kind of humor I just hate. I just don't like that kind of humor. That, to me, is, like, Let's Player humor. And unless you want me to start writing for Hollywood, like, I think that's kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. I also think the sets, not the sets, the costumes look really low budget, which for an Amazon show is kind of whatever. And then the plot inconsistencies, which I'm gonna, like, they're inconsistent, or a lot of it is ambiguous, and I don't really like how they forcibly tied New Vegas into it, which I think is kind of shitty. And Howard even said that this is something that I didn't even think we were going to do. And then I read it and I was like, yeah, okay. So it's something that he didn't even think that he didn't even want to do with the show. It's something the showrunners did. I'm good. Like I said, I've seen enough clips. I think people are coping about the thing with Mr. House being sarcastic. But yeah, I don't know. Also, why is the butt of every joke on every show have to be sex, dude? I feel like that's so overplayed and ridiculous. Like, does everything have to be sex? Like, is that like normie humor? Like, I hate to be that guy, but it just feels, it's like, I don't know, man. There's tons of funny stuff that could happen in Fallout. Like, that one guy in Fallout 3 that runs up to you and asks you for, like, lingerie that you found. Like, that's funny because it's so fucking weird. Like, you're doing dungeon crawling in a fucking abandoned subway, and some random weirdo runs up to you asking about what kind of, like, lingerie did you find in the room. And, like that's funny because it's out there. It's random. I don't know. I don't like modern writing humor. There's way too many, yeah, I agree. There's way too many sex jokes. I don't know why that's like, yeah, the naughty nightwear. Thank you. He runs up to you. He's like, do you have the naughty nightwear? And I remember saying to myself, like, again, another moment I thought I downloaded a modded game. I'm like, what the fuck? Look nut. Oh my god. That's why I gotta replay Fallout 3. Because random shit like that'll happen, and it's so it's just so fucking bonkers. See how much more, it was just way more funny to me when this guy comes up out of nowhere, jump scares you basically, and is like, do you have the naughty nightwear? That's way more funny to me than, do you want to have sex? Oh, do you mean with my cock? No, stupid. Oh, it's like, we said, my friends and I saw the new Transformers movie, and we said, like, yeah, it's Guardians of the Galaxy humor. This is like Guardians of the Galaxy humor. But obviously Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't do that, right? But, you know, you get my point. It's like, here's a really silly, cheap joke. Let's run it into the fucking ground, non-fucking stop, ground and pound. Like, maybe if it was like Austin Powers, where the whole point is that it's a insane, lewd take on, like, another franchise, fine. I could get that, right? Like, look, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't fucking love Austin Powers. But Austin Powers is not an adaptation of something that's generally pretty grim, serious, and depressing, right? That's not to say Fallout does not have comedy in it. That's just to say that generally Fallout is a very serious, intensive, world-building world-building environment, atmospheric, right? It's the whole point. You could really role-play yourself in a post-apocalyptic world. I just don't like Bethesda writing. I'm also going to be honest about that. I think that a lot of this show could have just been resolved by making it its own timeline, like the Halo show, or just by making it set somewhere we haven't been yet. That's the kind of joke they make 3 times. I mean, yeah, but it's so out. I don't know. To me, I just get so sick of sex jokes and things that have nothing to do with it. Like, I don't know. I guess you could argue Fallout's adult, but it's not like God of War, right? Like, imagine a God of War TV show, right? Like, they should have that in episode 1 just for the shits and giggles, because it's like a part of the old school God of War formula that you, like, press quick time events and you fuck women on a bed until they, like, moan and shit. Like, that's whatever. That's just peak 2000s when you could actually get away with that and not have an article written about it. I mean, Ash, I was gonna move my character and then I was actually going to just do trusts. No offense. I was just going to actually see what the game plays like with trusts at this point. I'm actually curious to see how it plays. And there's no reason for me to do it on my current character because what's the point, right? I don't know. I could get into a full breakdown of it, but, like, I don't really want to get into a full breakdown of it. I don't like to hate watch shit. I just don't hate watch it anymore. Personally. Like, I can't even remember the last thing I was gonna hate watch. I remember thinking I was gonna hate watch Velma. Like, and even sailing the 7 seas to watch it, and is not even worth it to me. Like, it's just not worth my time, so. The main female, because part of her society is having sex workers, literally part of her culture do it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just fatigue from it always being the butt of every joke ever. But I don't know. To me, it's just stopped being funny after 2 minutes in. I don't know. I get a whole bunch of people telling me, no, man, it's really great. Don't worry, it'll make sense in season 2. And I'm reminded when that was exactly said about, like, the last 3 franchises, and that did not happen. Like, I remember a lot of people telling me, don't worry, man, when we get to when we get to The Last Jedi, it'll all make sense. And then The Last Jedi comes out and it literally shits on everything. Well, don't worry, man, when we get to The Rise of Skywalker, it'll all make perfect sense, man. So maybe I am being a little bit unfair, but it's Hollywood, and it's an adaptation of a video game, and it's Bethesda writing. I don't think I'm being that unfair. And listen, was I not the first person to defend Fallout 4? Was I not the first person to say I actually don't think it's that bad? And that was before I even knew there was a Fallout show. I don't even remember if we talked about it back then, or if I even knew. But, hey, I was the first person to give Fallout 4, a lot of credit. There was one part that I just think is unnecessary and kind of overly weird, and I'm going to talk about because it weirded me out that much. Hey, works out. No one can say that I spoiled it, or it got spoiled on the stream, so that's fair. I've been defending it forever. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was that bad. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say that everything Bethesda does is bad. I just think that they generally don't write better than what was already written in New Vegas, which was made by Obsidian. Famously made by Obsidian. I actually really did enjoy Fallout 4. And that's like the #1 game that people shit on. They say Bethesda fell off. It's awful, right? It's shit. It's got good gunplay. I actually kind of liked the story. I actually did. That was one of the more refreshing playthroughs I think we've done in the last year or so. We do need to go back to it this June or something before Dawn Trail comes out. Oh man, I'm out of water. Excellent. Love it. Dude, can this fucking thing spawn? Like, seriously, this stream has been live for 2 hours. There's no way that I spent more time battling. What the fuck, dude? Kind of like the corpse of Interplay coming back. It's less that was written by Obsidian, more than was written by the original writer. There you go. I didn't know it was the actual original writers. I just thought Obsidian did a better job, but then there you go. And look at that. See, they tried to make Fallout 4 be like New Vegas. I think they succeeded like 50-60%. But, you know, the thing about New Vegas is that I like that you're the wild card. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of the wild card in the whole equation. It's kind of like the closest thing I could relate it to would be Fire Emblem Three Houses. You're kind of the wild card, and obviously because you're the main character, you're going to tip the scales in whatever event's going on. But yeah, so... Okay, wait, what says Outer Worlds is one of the most mid experiences I've ever had. That's how I feel about Starfield. Unfortunately, the Starfield playthrough might never continue. Because I even was talking with Jimbo today. I was like, you know, I didn't even realize I was bored playing Starfield. And that's not to say that it's bad, and I could definitely sit back and do it. But I gave my whole thing about, well, what is meaningful content, right? Like, okay, there's certain things about every game that's cool, right? Meaningful content. Yeah, you're literally just that one person. You come in and you decide who wins the war. And you could do it without firing a shot. You could literally talk your way into New Vegas. And I think that's really cool. Now, obviously, if you want to have a general playthrough, speech is important. But if you just want to dick around and do stuff, I think that it was good, yeah. And that's what I like about it. There's a whole orchestrated world going on, the battle for Hoover Dam, all this other stuff. I like that. Starfield is too much quantity, not enough quality. Yeah, and so what I was saying today is like, or maybe Jimbo said this, let me give credit, right? That instead of just having you land on random parts of a planet, why not have 1 or 2 sections that are highly curated, and then the rest of it is randomly generated open world nonsense, you know? Like, I don't know, man. I'm sure they made a ton of money off it, but it definitely is like not. It's like what's meaningful content, you know? Like, do you want to land on 10,000 planets that all have the same blank shit and maybe a couple of unique areas? Or would you rather the Mass Effect 1 approach where like you land on a square and everything you need to see on that planet is in that square? But yeah, like you can't even fly between planets, right? Like you're just supposed to fast travel. Then at that point, it's not even really open exploration. You know, I'm just fast traveling from planet to planet. I don't know. That to me was just a miss. It's too much. It's like there's not enough to keep you going. Whereas in Mass Effect, I don't know if it's the progression of the game is just faster, right? Like, yes, is the Mako the best part of the game? Fuck no. Even I like it, right? I don't mind the Mako segments, but even I understand that they're very annoying and they're a nuisance. I get it, okay? But like, it just feels like I'm just playing a loading screen simulator. So I don't know if I'm going back to Starfield. I technically have 2 streams of it that I've just been delaying. I have now delayed them into 2025. I just don't think I'm going back to it at this point. Maybe I will someday if I'm really bored, but I genuinely would just rather play a game that feels more curated, like Fallout 3 or Fallout 4 or you know, whatever, right? It just felt more natural to play some of these other games, personally. And that's why, like, I did enjoy it for the couple of streams I played it. Like, I played it for, what, like 14 hours? And then I was like, I don't know, like, what's this? Like, yes, I could just marathon the story, but, like, I don't want to marathon the story of a Bethesda game. That just feels weird. Like, you see how Tears of the Kingdom is, like, the polar opposite of that? That's an open world game. Hell, they added a whole extra underworld to the game, right? And stuff in the sky. The sky has never been really well implemented in a Zelda game. There's too much space in between. But whatever, right? Like, they added a whole bunch of stuff to it. But everything in that game feels curated. It feels like they had an idea of how to, get you to go from A to B, all sorts of stuff. And now, don't worry, Tears of the Kingdom, I have lots of shit that I don't like about it. But at least I could say that every, like, piece of content that you interact with feels curated, man. And that's why I like Tears of the Kingdom so much, and my contact is driving me fucking insane. Yeah, there's such a thing as too much, and that's really the thing I had to realize when I was playing Starfield. It starts so strong, and that point where, you go meet your parents, and you're not just like some random-ass orphan, was dope. I thought that was like one of the coolest interactions I've ever had in a Bethesda game. Maybe in like a game like that at all. Is that your parents are there, they're supporting you, they're happy for you, they love you. That's a great feeling. And then everything after that was boring. And so like the thing I had to realize is ask the question to myself, how much content is too much? What is meaningful? And that's why Tears of the Kingdom wins out. Maybe because the goal is always at the end of the tunnel, right? You know what your end goal is. Like here, I know what my end goal is in this game. If they would ever dude, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, dude. Did I do something to like fuck it up and make it not spawn? Like, did I miss it when I was rambling earlier? Like, I have no idea what's going on here. This is insanity. Like, what if I leave? Because this is getting ridiculous. As much as I like that music, I'll probably just go sit out over here. They could cut it down to 1/10 of the planets? Yeah, and like, I don't know, man. That to me would have been like a no fucking brainer. Like, I get the whole point was to have a ton of planets, so, you're really exploring this vast expanse But, like, if the vast expanse is just a bunch of loading screens stapled together, it feels like they're just trying to bore you with nonstop content until eventually you just say, fuck it, I'm going to beat the game. Like, when you say, fuck it, I'm going to beat the game... Where is that? Oh, I see it. Look at that right there. If you're, like... Look, everyone says, alright, I just want to beat the game at some point. But, like, you should say that after you feel you've had your fill of meaningful content, right? So for me, with Tears of the Kingdom, the end of meaningful content for me was getting all the shrines, doing all the quests I wanted to do, going to different places, doing a bit of grinding, you know, all that stuff. That was meaningful content to me. I don't know if I did anything meaningful in my, like, 14 hours of Starfield besides having a conversation with my parents in-game. And, like, if I wanted to have a meaningful conversation with my parents, like, shit, I could have talked to my mom for 2 hours and had a meaningful conversation. I mean, obviously, that's being a little bit unfair, right? It was still pretty well written. But it just feels like they want to throw a bunch of slop. All right, I guess I'm going to beat the game now, guys. I'm done. I don't care anymore. Like, you should get to that point and be happy you're at that point. Like, oh... I've done enough. I'm ready, guys. I'm pumped. I got enough gear. I feel like I played 100 hours. Like when I play Assassin's Creed, I basically do damn near everything in the fucking overworld, and then I beat the game. And like maybe that's just because Assassin's Creed is a neat checklist. You know the scope of the game world because they show it to you right at the start of the game, right? Like, and I've been doing this for over a decade with Assassin's Creed, except for those 2 years. I guess not over a decade. A lot of games. But, like, I feel like when I play Odyssey, it was meaningful content. I feel like I engaged with the systems I wanted to, and I did a bunch of stuff. When I did Valhalla, I engaged with the systems I wanted to, and then I didn't engage with the other ones. I didn't do the world quests. With Origins, I damn near went everywhere in the game world. It's just a shame that certain areas in the overworld are just... something, man. There's something alright. Certain areas in the overworld are just... I don't even know what to tell you. They're just empty. Unfortunately. And some of them were later used for future events, and then, yeah, it wasn't a great time, so I don't know. Bro, what the fuck? Actually, where does it spawn over here somewhere? I don't want this thing to fall on me and flashbang me. I'm pretty sure, like, one spawns, like, right over here on this cliff or something. I'm kind of scared that it's going to spawn on top of me again. Like that one time when I played this game. That was a long time ago. But I was flying and it spawned right on top of me up north. And I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I'm probably never doing this again. Base game, Fallout New Vegas is terrible exploration for the vast majority of things. Really? I don't really feel like that. I feel like they definitely give you that one route where they want you to go around to get to Vegas instead of cutting right across. I don't know. Maybe I just have that in my gut more. To just go off the beaten path, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But for a lot of games, I'm just raring to, like, learn the basics and then just get out there and see what I can find. That's one of my favorite parts of playing a video game, is, like, being able to solve things in multiple ways or just kick it and just explore, right? Like, that's actually what, when I started playing Tears of the Kingdom, that's what I fucking loved about it, right? Even more so than Breath of the Wild. I was like, damn, bro, I don't have to do any of this shit. And it wasn't even until, like, how many parts was that played through? Like, 40 parts? 50 parts? It wasn't even until, like, part 30-something that I did the first temple of the game. Part 30-something. So, I did, what, 6 parts, I think, before I quit? And then I came back and I did the rest of it. Like, dude, I was having just a blast just going to all sorts of shit, man. Near everything interesting in the game is either pointed to by a main area or another quest. I mean, that's fair. I don't know, for me, I just know that I need to just get out there and look in every crevice and then, you know, all sorts of stuff. I mean, that's fair. I'm sure there's probably direct examples you could give. And I mean, obviously, in the sake of time, I'll just take your word for it. For me, I don't mind. It's just that with Starfield, like, having to ask that question of meaningful content was like a... It wasn't like a mind fuck, but I definitely had to think about how I considered such a question. You know? It was kind of like, damn, huh? It really is just different, isn't it? Dude, what the fuck is going on? Seriously. There's no way I spent an hour in battle screens. That's ridiculous. Not even an hour. Multiple hours in pause and battle screens. There's no fucking way, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like this game glitches out sometimes. You know what it is? It might have been that the weather was really bad. Because sometimes what will happen is that if you have certain types of weather, it won't spawn a space distortion. Actually, hold on. Let me pull up this stupid tweet. I'm sorry, it's not stupid. Sabuna Switch does a great job. Did a great job. I don't even know what they do anymore. I haven't looked on their Twitter in ages. Here we go. Video games. Nintendo. Pokemon. Legends Arceus. Where is this fucking tweet? What the fuck? Yeah, here we go. Small detail that explains people waiting longer than 40 minutes for space distortions. If a distortion appears while the weather is intense sun, snowstorm, or thunderstorm, the game skips the distortion and well, no, wait, did it? How would it have skipped it? It's not snowing. Oh, here we go. So if one of these weather conditions pops up while you're waiting for a distortion, what do? Just rest and start waiting for the next one? No, they say to hop into a battle and wait out the weather, and then the distortion timers will stop, but the time of day will continue. That's crazy. Oh my god. What does Sabuna Switch do now? Let's see. What do they do? It's been a long time since I've been on their page. Let's see. Item printer seed dumps. Oh, they're doing stuff for the Pokemon stuff, I see. Or for the latest DLC, okay. So you could change the time of day in your game to give you certain items from the item printer in the latest Sword and Shield DLC. That's interesting, okay. Alright, anyway. Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, so did we ever have intense sun? I don't feel like we did. I don't even know how you get intense sun as a weather effect, to be honest. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm gonna give it another 10 minutes, and if it doesn't spawn, fuck it, we just have to do it next time, because I'm starting to lose patience. I don't know if it's bugged, right? Did we have a thunderstorm? I don't know. I feel like it's glitched. I feel like it just didn't spawn. And if it did, I don't know. I don't know. Because I know I didn't, like, pass time by sleeping. I haven't even talked to the dude. So how could that be possible? It's ridiculous. And, like, no, you don't have to move around. It's not like the game is, like, what is it called? Like an AFK thing where it will prevent you from getting it if you don't move. No, that doesn't happen. Is like that's actually not a thing in this game. So, like, I'm just really unlucky, and maybe I just spent a lot of times in battles, but I don't know. That feels really weird to me. I think maybe intense sun or wait, hold on a second. Let me see something. What's the weather over here during the day? No. See? Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those things that I don't really understand about the game in question. Like, did entering here reset it or completely cancel it? I don't know, man. Well, get your last yucks, because in 10 minutes I give up. I give up for the day. I mean, we did our 2 for the day. Next time we have 2 set up for the day. That'll be easy bread. So I'm not worried about that. It's just, it sucks. I wanted to get progress on Magnemite, and literally I have been cock-blocked for the last 2.5 hours. It's absolute insanity that this did not spawn. So many of the rewards for exploring are those stupid star bottle caps. There's over 100, you only need 50. So after you get 50, every time you find one at the end of a cave or enemy encampment, it's a slap in the face. I mean, I don't mind collecting. Personally, for me, I don't mind stuff like that. Not even on some, like, I would find all the Korok seed type shit. Like, just in general, that having more is better for me, right? Because here's the thing. If you needed 50 and it only ever spawned 50, you would have to go to each of those 50 locations to get it, right? This is the principle behind them putting all those Korok seeds in, is that for every one person who plays the game, no one is going to have the same path. So they try to place it ideally in such a way that you're likely to run into most or enough that you'll be able to beat the game or do whatever you need to do to accomplish, you know. So, like, obviously they don't expect you to find the bare minimum of Korok seeds, which is like 400. I don't even think most people find 100 in their playthroughs. But, like, hypothetically, like, if there were only 486 Korok seeds, the only way for you to level up or to do stuff would be to have, or to go to those exact 480 some spots and find it there. At least when they add in more, you know, if you can't solve this one puzzle, you could solve another, or you could go somewhere else and you could find them, or maybe you're just dicking around and you happen across different ones than someone else. Like, I don't mind that. I think that those kinds of games should have trackers if you want to find them all, right? Ghost of Tsushima actually did that, which is something I liked. But Ghost of Tsushima is a game from the future that hasn't even come out yet, but simultaneously has, and I'm really salty that it has. I'm really salty that I will never play that game again for the first time. I know I will not buy it on Switch. Or Switch. I will not buy it on PC. There's no reason. Should have been 50. It should have been like 4 or 5 gold tickets. Right, but I think the idea is that instead of giving you a mandatory set that you're just going to do a bunch of stuff in, they want it to be like a collection quest that you actually like are going around and finding stuff for. Like, I could understand that, actually. I think that that's fine. Great exercise music. My favorite part of Sinnoh. I mean, hey, they got that right. I can't even be salty at them. Like, I don't mind overworld combing. I just don't think that there's, like, a finite amount is whatever, I guess. That doesn't bother me that much. More bothers me the game is super glitchy. Fall 3 has the weird family holotape things. There's 4 of them, and finding them all unlocks arguably the most powerful weapon in the entire game. I think that's a better unlock. I don't know. I don't mind either or. I see what you're saying, though. Like, you just like the direct, I did the stuff, now give it to me. I like that kind of, like, the overworld has these mysteries to find and stuff. And like I said, as long as it's not, like, so crazy you have to, like, look up a guide to reasonably find them, I don't really mind too much, I'll be honest. I'm really starting to think that this is bugged, or I did something that reset it. I don't know, maybe talking to this guy, like, resets it or some shit. But, I don't know. That to me is wild that we have not gotten it at all. Let's see. Yo, we've been putting in work, man. I respect that shit out of Sabuna Switch. Wait, I'm sorry, did it just show up? I was looking away. Did it show up? No, it didn't. Okay, anyway. Let's see. Point of the entire quest is that there are people murdering to get these star bottle caps to unlock a literal children. I guess. But, I don't know, maybe to say there's only 50 in existence is a little weird. Okay, let's see. What did he say? This is a huge ass thread. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. When I was looking through the damage calculation for version 3.0, I saw a condition where exactly 9,999 damage was dealt to something. It turns out that in the final battle versus Tetrapagos, it's scripted to kill off Carmine Sinistra after you break the first shield. Alright, the Scarlet Violet capture formula. The lure ball has been fixed and now operates correctly. Catching power works on static encounters because of the legendaries being added. Battle restart. Okay, a lot of this is about Sword or Scarlet Violet, which I don't care too much about. I pulled a bunch of weather information before it gets dropped, but the worst is maybe I'll have to weather forecast for SV when everyone has moved on to the next game. Here's when we did it for Legends Arceus. So weather, oh my god, yeah, the weather system is actually kind of complex. Damn, okay. I mean, like, I guess that's one thing I'll say, like, in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, do you absolutely need to find every single piece of heart, or every single shrine to get every piece of heart? No, right? But you're more than likely to find enough just by wandering around, right? Like, I think that's totally fine. Ugh. That's totally fine to me. I don't mind. Now, I do like that it is a little bit easier, obviously, if you were to try to find everything. Because, like, they you know, that's part of the new system, right? Is that you find a light route, you found the shrine, and vice versa, which I think is a great system. As much as I hate bumbling around in the fucking dark like an asshole, I actually do, I do like that. I do. That's what I mean. Like, once I beat Tears of the Kingdom, a week later, I kind of missed it, actually. Yes, I know, I'm going to be that guy, but I did miss it. I'm sorry, it can snow in Jubilite Village? Are you serious? Let's see. If you transfer a past gen origin Spinda to BDSP when home compatibility update, the pattern spot will appear incorrectly. What the fuck? Yo, that's actually cool. Holy shit, I actually like that. Wow. That's actually a really cool thing that they did. Listen, I don't like Spinda. It's kind of a gimmick Pokemon. That's kind of lit. See, now, is this a thunderstorm? Like, how do you get a thunderstorm to show? Where is this weather thing that he posted? Oh, fuck, I lost it. Where the fuck is it? I scrolled down too far. I balled too hard. I'm now so deep in the... I'm now so lost in the sauce. Arceus can crash when going to Alabaster Icelands. That has never happened to me. Oh, here we go. After catching Manaphy, there's a 1.94% chance of Fion spawning in Seaside Hollow. They're shiny locked. Oh, wow. There's a 2% chance that you could find a Fion multiple times. I did not know that, actually. Huh. I thought that... So that's the only Pokemon... But it's still shiny locked, so there's no reason to master it dex-wise. But I did not know that you could find Fion multiple times in this game. That's interesting. I'm not going to remember that, and I need someone to remember. I need to save this. That's actually really... That's really neat, actually. Outbreak seeds are crypto secure? What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? Alright. I'm giving it another 3 minutes. I'm gonna leave. I feel like it's bugged. I feel like it's trying to spawn it and something's not right. Because rain shouldn't stop it. Only thunderstorms shouldn't. This is not a thunderstorm. There's no way I sat here for almost 2.5 hours and never saw it. I just have to give up for the day. That really sucks. Bad weather can delay a distortion appearing. Right. Pokemon... Okay, things that don't affect distortions. Pokemon aggression on you. Riding a mount. Being on top of the distortion spawn point. Outbreak active in the area. Bad weather can delay a distortion spawning. Does that include rain? If that's rain... Yeah, no, they spawn fine. Yeah, no fucking way, bro. Distortions suck, man. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude! Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. I think I got 240s back to back. I really do. I think okay, so here's the thing. I just went on Sabuna Switch's Twitter. All timers reset if you change zones, enter a sub-zone, or rest to a specific time. So I fucked up. I should not have gone and picked up those stupid mud balls. I don't know if I went in there multiple times, but I went in there probably like maybe 40 minutes in, and that probably fucked me up. See, I did not know entering a sub-zone reset the timer. I did not know that. That is a mistake on my part. I will never make that mistake again. Okay, see, that's some... I thought it was definitely something, because there's no way that we sat here for that long and we didn't get it. Okay, here we go. It is always statistically beneficial to wait at most 40 minutes instead of resetting after any elapsed period of time. You are guaranteed to see one distortion by 40 minutes. Be careful because they could despawn if you are not paying attention. You need to only check if a distortion is occurring at the above listed time thresholds. Feel free to capture Pokemon outside of battle while you wait or idle. Okay, thank you. See, this is the thing I should have had open. I should have... That's just my fault. I did not know. Alright, we're going to do this, and then we're going to be done. Because I fucked up. This one's on me. That's my bad. I did this incorrectly. So, as they say, at 40 minutes, you are guaranteed to see a distortion spawn in your game. I'm just going to take Sabuna's word for it. You are statistically more likely, or it's statistically better to just wait the 40 minutes than chance and gamble at the 5, 10, 15, 25, and 40-minute intervals. I'll believe it. I'm not going to question it. I'm not a stats major. I was always bad at statistics. I'll just take it for what it is. Okay. Alright, let's get out, Gallade. Yeah, entering a sub-zone resets the timer. That sucks. I didn't know that. I think I just got really bad luck back-to-back. Welcome back, by the way. I think I probably... when did I go into that sub-zone, actually? Let me see. When did I enter this shit? I'm not going to be able to find it. Probably not. I feel like I went into it... Fuck if I know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I went into it... Really? Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Listen, sometimes I fuck up, right? I didn't do my research. And we just have to live and learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Oh shit, I actually need this. Oh, what do I need to do for them? I think I just need to defeat them, right? Yeah, I actually need to defeat these guys. There you go. This is actually perfect. This is literally perfect. Critical. Oh my god. Yo, there's actually... no, because no, there's no hope for mastering Mr. Mime today. I'd have to go fight Magikarp, so I'm not going to do that. It would be nice if another 2 Mr. Mime spawned, though. That would be nice. Fuck you. Just genuinely. Alright, very nice. Oh my god. What did I need out of Skuntank? I don't think I need to defeat any. I'm running. Well, we got 1 Magnemite, so now we just have to defeat, what is it, 5 more? Just by any means. There you go. Let's see. Yep, no, 3 more. Sorry, we need to defeat... So after this, we will need 2 more Magnemites. If we could get so lucky. 2 more Magnemites, and then we're done. And then we have to start waiting around in other areas. Well, it's been a hell of a journey. I fucked it up. We're going to start chilling in Coronet after this, luckily. I don't have to come back here, probably, for a long while. Alright, we just have to defeat this Mr. Mime. No, this is not going to kill it, is it? That's not great. Alright, good. Very nice. Thank you. Alright, I'm running from this, and then we'll just grab the items and see if another Mr. Mime spawns. I think now we only need 1 Mr. Mime, right? Yeah, we only need 1 more. Damn, we could have been way more efficient. It sucks I only get to play this once a week. Like, yes, technically I make the schedule, but like I don't want to make this into the Arceus channel. Like I said, I can only successfully argue with myself to get it on once a week, basically. I can only do that once a week and no more and no less. Actually, sometimes even less. But yeah, distortions last for 4 minutes. Oh, perfect. Well, next time we have our 2 Pokemon lined up, we just hit up the Magikarp pond. And then we just spam the same move. Now, for Mimic, we're going to have to enter battle and then exit it. But it doesn't really matter because Magikarp doesn't do anything. It's just a few extra button pushes. Alright. That's it. Well, we did manage to salvage it right at the end. Very nice. I like how they put Magnezone in here as if Magnezone is rare. That's such a dickhead move. See if anything good spawns, like a Eevee or something. I know I'm barking up the wrong tree, but I could at least pretend, maybe. Yeah, we don't need anything from this. I like how he just ran around until he found me. So we gonna Ratchet Clank Girl, I need to replay those games at some point. Yeah, that's part of why I'm fixing up my PS3. I agree. I need to do the same. Like, guys, I'm gonna be real. We are actually getting close to finishing this. Like, we're actually getting to the final 5th of the Pokedex. That's actually reasonable to do. I guess we could look for Fiona after this, which, since, you know, we'll already be done. And I will not be entering sub-areas ever again. I'm done with that. Fuck that. I thought the timer continued. No, it does not. What a horrific mistake that was. Like, we're actually getting close to the end of this. Like, especially since we have another 2 Pokemon lined up next time. and another 2 that we could actually work for really easily, like Drapion and a couple others. Like, we're getting there. Need to redo my PS Now. Yeah, I hate PS Now. I really hate that. Like, oh, well, you could just pay for the PS3. I mean, like, I know it's easy to shit on Xbox, but even Xbox has backwards compatibility. And Sony has the library to have these things be backwards compatible, and they just don't do it, and they don't care. Like, say what you will about the Series X, it is a fantastic piece of tech if you plan to replay old stuff. At the bare minimum, it is really... Did you not? It is really awesome. I do love the Series X for that. Now, I'm not happy that the expansion to it for data is, proprietary. Oh, well, I didn't even get to see him spawn. Alright, let's go really... do I even want to check it? I don't really care. But yeah, you can catch multiple Fions. I did not know that. That's actually really interesting that you're allowed to do that. Alright, very nice. Very nice. So as you can see, we just need to use Mimic 24 times, and then we just need to defeat 2 more Magnemites. So worst case... Well, technically it's possible that a Magnemite never spawns, I think. But worst case, we need 2 more distortions. Best case, we need 1. Fingers crossed for next week, because that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go for Magnemite, we're going to go for Scizor, and we're going to go for Mr. Mime. Okay, we're going to try to get a 3 for, maybe even a 5 for 1. Alright, very nice. Okay, folks, I know it's late. I know I already fucked up the first hour by having it muted, but it is what it is. At least it's nothing we haven't already seen in this game a billion times over. And, yeah, very nice. Alright, party people. I had a good time at the end. The last 5 minutes were lit, and everything before that was torture and suffering. But, I mean, we accomplished our goal, which is something to say. So, I will see you all in the future. Devin, I think we're going to try to finish Minerva's Den on Saturday. Maybe. I have to see what's going to happen, right? Oh, shit. I guess okay, yeah. Maybe Saturday. I don't think I'm going to do a double stream on Thursday, because I'm going to be tired anyway from Raid. I will let you know, right? Follow the stuff in the Discord. I'll figure it out. And then other than that, yeah, y'all have a good one. Very nice. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good evening. Enjoy. Have fun. Yep. Have a good night. I wonder how much money I've lost just paying for subscriptions I forgot about. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I've done that before too. And I was like, well, why am I paying for it? I don't even use this anymore. And then I stopped. You know, because it was always the idea I would, but then I just didn't. But yeah, have fun with your spring cleaning, Devin. I'm gonna be doing some of my own. All right.